I gave people all the stuff they really needed. Social Security checks, utility bills, TV guide.
I want a TV guidance counselor. TV guidance counselor. Staying up to watch all night, and everything's gonna be alright with my TV guidance counselor.
Hey everybody, welcome to TV Guidance Counselor. I am Ken Reed, your TV Guidance Counselor, and this is the show where each and every week I welcome an interesting person to the virtual studio to discuss classic television with a back issue of TV Guide from my personal collection as the inspiration for our conversation. For those of you in the United States, a somber Memorial Day. I don't know, is that what you're supposed to say? It seems weird to say Happy Memorial Day because it's about a bunch of dead people, but happy day off if you have it this week. We are in the last week of May 2026. We've made it through 5 whole months. So 7 more to go, guys. Week by week, we are making it through here. Also, if you are on Martha's Vineyard, if you live in Massachusetts, Friday night, I will be performing with Christian Finnegan, former guest of the show, two-time TV Guidance Counselor guest, Christian Finnegan. Friday night, you can email me for details on tickets at ken@icanread.com or tvguidancecounselor@gmail.com. I will also post some information on the Patreon, patreon.com/TV Guidance Counselor, where you can pledge $5 a month or more, and you would receive a PDF of this week's TV guide that I discuss with very funny comedian, former Broadway dancer, Joanna Ross. Joanna has a very good comedy special, a visual special you can listen to, you can watch on YouTube. I put a link in the show description here. It is called Hot 50. There is an exclamation point, but that was as loud as I felt like getting. But it's Joanna Ross, Hot 50, very funny comedy special. I put the link in the show description here. And Joanna's just very, very cool. Had a great time talking to her. Her special's been out about 3 weeks, doing great. You cannot go wrong. Watch it on this Memorial Day. It has nothing to do with Memorial Day, but you can watch it on this Memorial Day. In other news, I just want to brag for a second. I did find the America's 250th birthday limited edition Polar Seltzer Boston Tea Party. So if you want to hear all about it, message me on social media or tvguidancecounselor@gmail.com. Anyway, on to this week's episode. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of TV Guidance Counselor with my guest, Joanna Ross.
TV is my friend, and it has been always there for me in time of need.
Live via satellite from New York. Joanna, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, It's one of those years, but doing all right otherwise. Fine at the moment.
You're hanging on.
Yes.
You're hanging on.
Yes, I'm not actively on fire.
Yeah, I haven't turned on the TV today, so let me know if anything happened.
I had to we cut the cord a couple of years ago, but there's default channels that it'll turn on, with either the antenna or whatever the streamer is. And we have to go out of our way to make sure the default channel is not a news channel.
Okay, can you be more specific how you cut the cord? You're no TV or
Oh, no cable. We don't pay for cable. We don't we just have internet and then use the over the air for local stations and then just
Amazing.
Stream everything because we never used it and it's so much cheaper.
I'm you're not watching reruns? What
I
do
am.
you do with your life?
But I just have to actively see, because they change. So there's streaming services like Tubi and Roku TV, and they basically have speaking of TV Guide, if you remember, I think we're of roughly similar age, there was that TV Guide channel where it just scrolled with the schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it called the TV Guide channel?
It was TV Guide channel, yeah, which is still around. So TV Guide split into 3 companies. It's split into TV Guide, TVGuide.com, and the TV Guide channel.
Okay.
And the TV Guide channel became Pop TV, and now I think it's one of the Paramount things. But
okay.
But all those streamers, those free streamers, Pluto TV, they have like a version of that, and it's got like
Oh.
channels that just show, like, one channel's just Unsolved Mysteries, one's just Baywatch all day, one's just Family Time, like, but there's like 500 different channels and they're all free. So I'm like, I get that out of my system with that.
You know, one day we're going to do it. We're the only ones paying for cable. We're the only ones paying
You're
because we love
supplementing,
turn.
yes.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. We just love turning the TV on and being like, and by the way, there's nothing on.
No.
There's nothing on, and you have to scroll. And then finally, there's an Office or Friends. And yeah, I don't know why we pay for it. I mean, we do like to watch baseball,
Yeah.
like, but also we have the MLB.TV. So we're
So there you
just,
go.
what are we doing? Maybe
Yeah.
this we'll cut the cord after this.
And if
So
it's like a
I'll
local channel, like, I assume there's, who airs the games in New York? Is it like PIX or like Channel 11 or something like that?
Well, the Yes Network for most of
Oh,
them,
okay.
and then yeah, so it's not always on local. And now I don't know how familiar you are with MLB, but last year they started like putting baseball games on like Amazon and Netflix and YouTube. It was
Right.
crazy,
You got to hunt,
and I think
scavenger
and
hunt.
yeah, and but I think you could get on it for free. But also we have MLB.TV also because my husband works for them, so it's not like we're paying for
Ah,
that.
gotcha.
And just want to make sure you know that, like,
Oh, no.
where we
Oh,
stand
no, man.
here.
Everyone, you can't see her. Her glasses are made of solid gold, everybody. It's just like
She has
Yep.
a diamond earrings on as big as her head.
the word
So
tiara is all I can say.
why did she bring a tiara to this? So yeah, so they started doing that. And I'm assuming it's for free, like if you don't have Netflix and stuff like that. But I don't know about this year. And opening day is not going to be on TV. It's going to be on some weird, I don't know which one. And it makes me crazy to think I have to like log into something to watch baseball and my team that's local. That's
Right.
nuts.
Yeah, it's great. Like, the only thing I really like have to watch live on a network is the Macy's parade every year. That's my like go-to, like, like, I've missed two Macy's parades, and it's when I lived in England.
Wait, can we do this whole thing on the Macy's Day Parade now? Let's just like, well, like, just like toss out everything
Yeah,
we have.
it's my favorite thing.
I love that. I usually wake up and like I tape it so that I don't have to wake up early because after the pandemic, I don't wake up early
Yeah,
anymore now.
time is nothing.
Time is nothing. So I thought you were going to say basketball or some kind of sports
Oh
because I
no.
don't like watching that. It's like if it's not live, who cares if you
Yeah.
know what the score was? But I was in the Macy's Day Parade.
What year were you in it?
I think it's probably 98, 98, 99.
So the issue you picked here is September 19th, 25th, 98. Were you in the band? Were you in a band?
I was in Footloose on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
I have so much to tell you because in my head, we were going to walk down, Fifth Avenue and then like show up on Macy's and like, just dance. We get there at 5 a.m. and they pick us up in front of the theater. They bus us down and then we are in trailers. So we're sitting in trailers. The year, it might have been, oh, yeah, I think it was 98. The year we were in it, it rained, but it was 70 degrees.
Yes, that was 98.
And oh my God. And so we all look like wet dogs. Like
Yep.
we're just dancing in the rain. And we're like, I don't know if you saw Footloose, but like we're dancing our asses
Oh, yeah.
off. And so, I mean, if someone posts it every year, so I, see it every year. And it's just so funny because we're just like our hair. We're makeup, it's all a mess, but there's like three guys in the back that were like had done Broadway before, and like there's like about 10 of us that have never done it, and they're in like hats, gloves, scarves, because they're like, it's gonna be cold, you idiots, and we're all trying to look cute
Yeah.
and like, just like I have no
National
jacket
TV.
on. I just have a t-shirt on and like leggings and it's hilarious. So, but also, I think it was 1776 was also. We also pre-tape the voices,
Yep.
so we are just lip syncing, obviously. But when I'm a kid, I'm like, oh my God,
They're so good.
they're
There's
so
no
good.
microphones. How are they doing this?
They must be screaming over there, and I can hear it in New Jersey. So we pre-taped that all before, like days before, and so we're all sitting in the trailers, and like we knew other people, and like the people that didn't have to dance or sing, they are just
Oh, of course. You got to
drinking
warm up.
coffee with Bailey. Yeah, they got so like so the, 1776 just has like guns and like they set the walk in formation where we had to dance, and I thought that was always so funny because I'm like, oh, we're like super sober at 5 a.m. and everyone else is coming in from the night before being like, oh, is that a
Yeah, we
lip
could do
sync?
this, no problem.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like echelons of guests of the show that you are now in an elite circle of. There's the BYO TVG circle, who are people who bring their own TV guide, which is a small subset of people. But you're in the
nice.
small subset of people who I've had on the show who've been in the Macy's parade. So I think it's only like 6 people.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yes.
Hold on, I'll accept my award.
My favorite being Michael Ian Black. Mike. Yeah, he was.
Yes. What was he on a float? No.
Yes, he was a Ninja Turtle.
Wait, as an adult or child?
Adult. Yeah.
Wait, can we see him or is he in like
He's
full
in the whole
costume?
costume. He's got like the head on and everything.
Oh, so he had to tell you that.
Yes, yeah. But it's a classic one. It's fantastic. But yeah, something goes wrong every year. The '92 one's one of my favorites because it's like the most things go wrong, like floats attacking people. It's high wind.
Yeah, tell me more.
What's her name? Keisha Knight Pullman, the one from Cosby Show, the little kid. She's on some kind of float. And it's like an elephant or something. And for whatever weird reason, the guy driving the car is like flooring it. And she's like 4 and she's like barely hanging on. Like it's just chaos and it's fantastic.
So, do you think you said something goes wrong every year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I get now. Do you have to really be watching for that, or you can tell?
I'm trying to think. There's some years where it's like almost not bad, but you can pretty much always tell. Yeah, like it's always like a float like deflating, or like someone falls, or like it's just a complete screw up, or like someone doesn't know that they're not taping, but they're like live and they're not bothering to lip sync. That happens a lot.
Oh, that's I mean, that is like, come on. But they've been there since 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
with the light on. Yeah. So they're tired by the time we see them.
Oh yeah. It's a lost art, the live television event that's not a sporting event. And we have so few of them that it's fantastic.
Did you find that like as you got older, like to me, like Soul Train and all of them, and maybe because of doing a Broadway show and realizing that they wanted to tape us always before and never sing live. I mean, some things are live, but I think most of them, I mean, we did like a morning show outside. We didn't sing live, so like, I think when I look back on like Soul Train, I'm like, oh, everyone's lip syncing. I don't even know who, I pride myself on knowing who is singing, but nowadays my friends like, no, they can just put it into the microphone and you wouldn't know.
You would never
like
know.
Auto tune. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense when you're looking at like how expensive the whole production is and you got all those people there and you don't want to have to do a bunch of takes. But at the same time, like it's one of my favorite stories, two favorite stories. We'll get to the guy in a moment. I swear I'm on a tangent here.
I'm loving this. I'm like, let's talk about who lip syncs and who doesn't.
I love Top of the Pops. So when I moved to the UK, I was like, it was super fun to watch Top of the Pops every week because we didn't have anything like that here. And
I know I didn't watch it, but I know it because someone gave me like 18 DVDs of it. I mean, not DVDs, VHS.
Yeah. Oh, there's amazing performances on there, and a lot of people would play live. But there's I don't know if this is still a rule, but there's a musicians union rule in England, or there was, that if you play on the record when they play on Top of the Pops, you have to be performing. Like if it's someone, you can't have people who didn't play on the record.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, that's bad though.
Oh yeah. So they had Mott the Hoople, who had that song All the Young Dudes that David Bowie wrote for them.
Okay.
There was like a piano chord they were just like, that chord in the demo, like we can't, and so he's like, I'll just play it. So on the Top of the Pops
Don't you dare tell me that,
they're
David.
playing, Bowie's like back there like playing this one piano chord. On the performance.
That's amazing.
It's so fun. Yeah, I love that stuff. Oh, and then my other favorite thing is I'm not a massive Broadway fan. Like I love Little Shop of Horrors. That's like where I kind of stop.
I'm like, we'll never talk about it again. Instead, Broadway's dead.
But on the Macy's Parade's like my only exposure to it mostly every year. And
which is why I love it. Yeah.
My favorite one was maybe maybe 6 years ago. I don't know if you remember this, but Sting got hired to write a musical.
Yes.
And
Wait. Don't tell me it's about a boat. It's so bad. Oh
I
shit.
forget the
Because
name
we
of it.
used, oh, no. Can I look it up?
Yeah, look
Wait.
it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I feel like I need a moment. Oh, it's gonna make me crazy. Because we used to live on that street and we saw Sting once. But go ahead. You tell me what happened.
So basically, like, obviously they hired Sting because they wanted him to do like a police jukebox musical. Like 100%,
Oh,
that's why
okay.
they hired Sting, right? But
Right.
Sting grew up in northern England in a really grim fishing town, and it's like this, like in the 50s. So that's what he wrote the musical about. And so it's this like dark, and it's all original songs, and they're pretty good. They're like kind of
Oh, really?
like
Okay.
dark sea shanty. Like he put a lot into this, but it is so funny how not a police jukebox musical it is. So on that Macy's parade, it was like that. I forget what else was on that year, but it was like SpongeBob SquarePants and blah, blah, blah. And then it was like this segment of these like old guys, these old Geordies dressed as fishermen in a pub, like talking about how they're all going to die at sea. It was like,
Yeah. I think, okay, we could have guessed what the name was. I know the name. We literally just could have put two words together, The Last Ship.
there you
That's what
go.
it's called. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why it's bad. Because that's not a good name for it. So I didn't know that they let him write it. I
Yeah.
thought, and that makes way more sense of why. I mean, again, I didn't see it. It could have been the best thing ever, but the marketing around it, like seeing it on the Macy's Day Parade or wherever it was, my husband and I used to just like sing they weren't the lyrics. We would just sing the last ship,
Yeah.
the last,
It's
just
like
around the
wailing
house for no
songs.
reason.
Yeah. It was just so not, it might have been great. I don't know. But it was
Yeah.
so funny because it was like Spider-Man and blah, blah, blah. And then these old fishermen who are going to die in the 50s in Northern England.
And don't you relate to that and want to
Yeah.
get a ticket right now?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes whatever. I mean, the marketing, sometimes, I actually think sometimes, like with, sometimes what they choose to put on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, I'm like, why wasn't it a big spectacle or at least, maybe do two or three songs, not just one, like to make it more exciting? So
I'm
you buy
sure,
tickets?
I wonder if they have to pay to be on it. Because it's not like,
We got paid to be on it.
but I wonder if like the producers pay to like have their thing showcased.
That's interesting.
Because it
That's
probably sells
interesting.
tickets, and it's not like whatever CBS or NBC ever airs it, owns musical, like, so it's not like it's like
Right.
shows on their network or anything. And they're all
Ooh,
different
right.
theaters. So I imagine that would be like vying for, because that's the biggest, unless your musical gets like a live production of it, with Jennifer Hudson on the network, that's the
Right, right, right.
biggest exposure you're going to get nationally.
Oh, that is such a. I mean, I feel like I can have two text messages go out and find out the
And we
answer
can
to
find
this.
out by the end.
Yeah, but that's it. Again, I just feel like when you're on the other end of it, I don't really think of that. But I want. That's an interesting question. Did they have to pay? I will say that what I mean. I'm not sure it's necessarily the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but they do try with the Tonys to make sure the whole cast is on, even the understudies, which I thought was really cool. But I'm not sure about Macy's Thanksgiving Day
I'm sure
Parade.
Macy's doesn't care, because like you have to pay for the balloon. Like people pay like a ton of money for
Yeah.
everything in there, and it's like as sponsored as like NASCAR, but it's just not as obvious. Like they don't have plastered all over everything.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, because now when you see, like, I'm usually like cooking. So I would say the last 20 some years of my life, maybe I'm cooking more than looking, but I love having it on. It's very nostalgic. And when you see those like floats come down and it's like Hershey's or,
Yeah.
like something like,
The
Nintendo, and you're like,
National
oh,
Butter
wow.
Association
Yeah.
brings you.
Wait, what is the name of a butter? It's like that is like the
Land
name of a
O'Lakes,
float.
they have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And you're like, I don't even, who is using Land O'Lakes anymore? I mean, we've moved on to better
Yeah.
butter,
We're all
French
on
butter.
Kerrygold at a minimum, guys. Come on.
That's what I cook my steak with, okay? But if I'm going with just bread, I'm going French. I don't even know the name of it. It's
Yeah,
by a
I mean,
store.
Land O'Lakes is like if your kid gets his head stuck in a railing, you butter him up to get it out with that. You're not eating it. that's
My mom still has it. I hate it so much. I go home and I'm like, this is why I can't come home. You have Land O'Lakes. I can't. Why aren't you on to butter?
it's not parquet at least. My
And
family
that's
was
the one that's what is that the one that's it's not butter?
no, that's I can't believe it's not butter. It is a margarine, but it used to come in these squeeze bottles. It was like squeeze parquet. The bottles looked exactly like lighter fluid bottles, except they were yellow. They were like the same exact bottle, same like mechanism and everything. And my parents always
what
had
great
squeeze
marketing.
parquet. Yeah, lighter fluid and butter.
Yeah, great
Same
job.
thing.
I mean, that and canned vegetables. You wonder why we hated vegetables. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I like all vegetables. I just didn't like them in a can or cranberry sauce. That's the other
I
one.
want them to
It's
all
like,
taste like pennies. Can we do that?
yeah. How can we make this taste worse? And so no kid has any nutrition. But actually, is there any nutritional value in a can?
By the time it's cooked in those things, probably not, depending on how old it is. I do love cranberry sauce, though.
You do? Do you like the let's call it let's be honest, Ken. Do you like the white trash version
the
in the
jellied,
can? Because some
yeah,
people like that.
it's fine, but I prefer like the whole berry. Like I'm a little snooty about it.
You're she now. You're
Yeah.
she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite sandwiches, which I could do a whole sandwich podcast.
I mean, we have two different podcasts we've already come up with,
Yes,
by the way.
we made so much money already.
The Macy's Safe Parade one is kind of
No one has one. I don't know how. Is when I lived in England, there was like this company, I forget what they were called, but they sold like baguettes like at the train station, and they had like pre-made baguettes.
Yeah.
And they had one that was a warm baguette, buttered, with cranberry sauce, brie, and shredded lettuce. And I loved them. And I make them all the time now when I can. It's
now when I
amazing.
come to Boston to visit.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll make
that's all I
yeah,
needed to know.
yeah.
Okay,
On it, yeah.
Every country has better baguettes than us,
Yeah,
so
we really dropped the
yeah.
bag. And oddly, if I go shop,
Baguette ball.
the baguette ball. If I go shopping and I don't buy French bread or a baguette so that it's hanging out of my bag when I'm coming out, I feel like I didn't really go shopping, mostly because of television.
And I've heard about your television.
Yes.
That you were born to do this. So
Yes.
that is hilarious. You're like, I thought that's what shopping
Yeah,
was.
I'm not
is
carrying
having-
a bag with a baguette sticking out the end. Like, it's not shopping. What is that?
Now, do you go to a bakery for your baguettes, or are you going just to wherever you are and just buying their baguettes?
So I usually try to get like a bakery. We had a really good bakery near us that closed, but
So that's not your fault.
Here's the dangerous thing is where I happen to be located outside of Boston, all of the food delivery services deliver to me from like Boston and like 10 miles around. So I can get like everything.
Anything.
There's
What is
like,
that service called?
I use either DoorDash, Uber Eats, or
okay,
Grubhub,
okay.
but they always
Yeah.
they're always competing with each other. So they'll have like 40% off this thing this week. So there's like 10 French bakeries that I'll just like rotate through. It's dangerous. Bring it right to my door.
That is, well, I mean, I'm not better than that. I just try not to use it. But I'm not, I mean, it also because I walk out my door and there's a bakery just
Yeah.
across the street. And also, I mean, let me be honest with you, Ken. I mean, we've talked now for 20 minutes, but I don't like all the fees. We don't get, like you were saying, like, I mean, the fees, you're like getting a $6 baguette, and I would pay more than that in
Because the
fees.
tip
I mean,
and stuff, yeah. There
yeah.
are ways around it.
Okay.
If you have Amazon Prime, which I feel like
Third podcast.
if you have Amazon Prime, which as much as I don't like having it, I think everyone has.
Yeah,
you
sure.
get, I think it's Grubhub or DoorDash for free, so no fees because it's like included with it. But for some reason, a lot of people don't know that. It's like a thing.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, and there's a couple other ways around it, but I do like I don't drink at all, and I've never drank. But the closest I get to doing like drunk dialing is I'll wake up, I'll half asleep order donuts. So like I'll get up and be like, oh, breakfast, I ordered donuts. They'll like be at the house at like 7 a.m.
How are you even doing that half asleep? I can hardly do it when I'm awake. It's so
Second
and
nature.
what kind of donuts? Like, how good are these donuts?
Oh, we have some amazing mom and pop donut places around here.
Okay.
Because is it Donut Plantation or Donut Farm? What's the one down in New York that does the rose petal ones? That's really good.
There's Dough and Donut Plant that I know, but
Donut Plant. That's it. Yeah, they're really good down there.
oh, that's by our house. See,
yeah.
I don't need this.
Yeah, you
But
don't need
yeah.
it, but we have like there's 4 or 5 different like local donut places that are always competing, and they're
Okay,
rotating
wait,
flavors. Yeah.
yeah, can I Donut Plant? Wait. Let's go back to the Amazon
Yes,
Prime
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So do I have to go through Amazon Prime to get door? Like, how does?
Yeah, usually, so if you already have Amazon Prime, then you go on, it's either DoorDash or Grubhub, I forget which one. But when you
Okay,
go in, there'll be like a little, there's like 700, it's like a pinball machine. There's like 700 blinking lights of like, this thing here. There's
right.
one tile that'll be like, no fees with Prime. And then you just go and like log in with your
Oh,
Amazon Prime thing, and it like connects the accounts, and then it's like, no
oh,
fees.
Jesus, you might have changed my life. So basically, DoorDash, I got to go in through DoorDash or
Yeah.
Grubhub.
Yeah.
And also, I will say that I think sometimes the food is not as good. Like when you're ordering like a meal,
Yeah.
obviously. Like, so I'm like, oh, maybe, okay. But also, now that you told me this and I have to pay the fees, I'm like, oh, I'm back in. I'm back
Yeah.
into ordering
Oh,
in
yeah.
food.
They saved me an hour round trip, and it's on my porch.
Yeah. Or like when you're away and you're like, it's going to be there when I get home because I'm
Yeah.
starving.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Because I don't know about like Boston, but I'm sure like New York, a lot of things close at 10. And I'm like, hey, I didn't move here for this. I moved here to eat a full-on meal
Yep.
at midnight or later.
If I want a 4-course meal at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when we're like, coming home and it's like 9:30, we're like, we're gonna get stuck,
Yeah.
and so yeah.
Yeah, everything closes early here. Boston's like an incredibly early town. It's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
was
never coming there.
not the last time I was in New York, but I again, super tangent. I was in New York, and I had this awful audition show at the Stand, which I hate. I hate that club.
I'm so sorry, and I hate that you had an awful. I feel like it's we should get more than just one shot at. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just like
it may.
trying to be calm and cool and collected and
Oh
like
yeah.
like settle in. And tell me you had 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was 5 minutes, and it was for like I forget what network it was for, and I just don't like the Stand, and I don't know if it's different now, but it was very bro-y, like shock humory stuff.
It's
It was just
everywhere.
awful. Like I remember the
Yeah.
guy hosting was like this like muscle guy, and like he was doing tons of crowd work between everybody, and this is like before the clips, and I remember right before
Right. Before it was popular.
yeah, right before he brought me up on stage, he was like, "Hey, lady, you got any kids? What? 8 kids? What, you Mexican?" It was like that kind of stuff. And then
And then
he's
you're like,
like,
next coming to the stage.
it was exactly like that. So I had this awful, and it was late. Like they did it like after whatever the show they make money on. So I think I got out of there at like 1:30, and I was so
Jesus.
dejected. And I was just like shuffling down whatever street that's on. And I looked up, and there was a bakery open and a all you can play pinball place open. So you pay like an entry fee. So I went and I bought 2 pies. And I asked if I could bring them in
Yes.
while I played pinball, and they're like, fine.
You're like, I'm crying. As you're crying,
yeah,
they let you in. You're
eating
like,
pies and playing pinball. And it was the first time I was like, I kind of get New York now.
and that's what's missing. If we're sad and had a bad audition, there's nowhere to go. Like, again, you can get pizza, of course, and all that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I want a meal.
Yeah.
I want a meal. Yeah.
Or baked goods. I had a terrible.
Yeah, the bakery sounds awesome.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, that was
The
open.
baker. I remember I think it was my 8th time auditioning for Montreal, to the point where I asked them to stop having me on Montreal auditions because I was like,
Oh,
guys, I don't know what else you're looking for. Like,
mhm.
it's not happening. Like, seriously, give the spot to someone else. Like, I don't feel like coming down here anymore.
That's really
Yeah.
nice of you.
But I was like, which they kind of got angry because they like to hold that over your head. But so I did the audition, and it went fine. And then I went and everyone went to a bar after, and I of course went and got the biggest piece of cake I could find. And I walk into the bar with this like giant piece of cake, and like the Montreal people were like, we were wondering where you were. You did awesome. And they were like, blah blah blah. And they were like, where'd you get that cake? And I was like, don't worry about it. I was like,
I know a guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy that
Don't
knows
worry
a guy.
yeah.
Was that what you said? No, but the stand was different than
Yeah, they were different. Yeah,
Just for Laughs.
the
Oh, okay.
Stand one was for, it wasn't Last Comic Standing, but it was something like that. No, it was Last Comic Standing. So I was like, I said no to that several times because I was like, I hate this. Like, I don't want to audition. And they did auditions for years. And then that one, they were like, we'd really like you to have your audition. It's going to be different this year. We're not doing like a real world house. It's going to be blah, 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 blah,
Hmm.
blah. And so I was in LA and I was like, all right, fine. And so I went right to New York and did this thing. And I was like, it was awful. It was just like, never
I'm
again.
so
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, they're good problems to have, I suppose. But,
Yes, I was really hoping to get a Montreal audition this year. I was like, this is my year. And then
yeah.
then all of a sudden you see like all the like they go off and you're like, oh, I guess I wasn't picked.
Yeah.
What?
Did I miss a call? But you're not missing
Yeah.
much. You're not missing much.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Welcome. I remember my first Montreal audition was the year that Kumail and Aparna Nancherla,
Oh, okay.
we were all on the same audition show. And Kumail said, when he used to go on stage, he used to just have them announce him as Kumail because his last name was too hard for people. And he was like, I did a show last night and the guy had come in and asked us our names who was hosting, right? So then he's like, the guy last night, I was like, just say Kumail, just one name. He's like, it's fine. He goes, so he introduced me like this. He goes, this next guy has one name, like Cher and AIDS. It just brought him up. And I was like,
I mean, I almost kind of love it.
Yeah.
Is that his forever intro?
yeah,
I
you just
mean,
never change it. It's perfect. Perfect.
wow.
And so
Wow.
that was
That
like
person.
an audition
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that was an audition show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. What year was that?
Oh, that had to be 2005 or six, I want to say.
Okay. What was your first one? 2005?
That was, yeah, I think it was that one. 2000, yeah, maybe
Okay.
2006. Yeah, that was at the Improv, maybe? I think it was.
In in LA?
No, in New York. Was it the
Oh, okay.
Improv? I don't remember. Or the Boston Comedy Club, which is not in Boston, weirdly, and has nothing to do with
Which
Boston.
I love that. I wasn't in New York at the time, and Dan, my husband, is also a comic, and he's like, we used to have the Boston Comedy Club. I'm like, in New York?
Yeah.
What? I don't.
Had
Yeah, I
nothing to
was
do
in
with
LA.
Boston.
Yeah.
And in Canada, they have a chain called Boston Pizza. Nothing to do with Boston. I've had Canadians ask me about it. I'm like, dude, I have no idea what that
Is
is.
is it good? Is it like Boston pizza?
No, it's like a Domino's
Yeah.
type place. So I don't know what the deal is there. Uh, they're
Yeah.
besmirching
Boston
our pizza. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
Can't
and
catch a
Boston
break.
Comedy Club, it's just interesting in New York where we're supposed to have a rivalry over everything.
Yeah,
So
right.
you would,
It's
yeah.
that's very weird. Speaking of which, though, the issue you picked, I didn't give you
Oh,
this issue. Well, this is the issue, but the cover is not what you picked. But you picked a cover because it was the Yankees, I believe, on it. There was like
yes.
6 different collector covers with the Yankees, and this is one of the covers that had Tim Allen instead. But speaking of Boston rivalries,
Yeah.
I imagine because you guys are Yankees fans.
I'm a Yankee fan. My husband's from Philly. He's a Phillies
Okay.
fan. And yes, so I just love baseball, so I don't care. But I will say our rivalry is awesome. But as a grown woman now, I'm not as crazy about, well, first, I mean, where do you want to start? I mean, I'm very upset Aaron Boone is even our manager. Like, I don't want to go to a game. I don't want to give him money until they get rid of him. We're never going to win. Aaron Judge is not going to have a World Series ring. And it's today's opening day, and you're not going to win. You're not going to win the Yankees. You're not going to win with him. Did you watch the World Baseball Classic? Are you a
No,
baseball fan?
no. The only baseball I watch every year is the Little League World Series.
I mean, that's enough. That's enough. The World Baseball Classic just ended like 2 weeks ago, and it's the best baseball. I mean, it's going to get bigger, so you will end up watching it because, I mean, I'll just give you a little taste. Every time Italy hit a home run, they came back in the dugout and did a shot of espresso and put an Armani jacket
Of
on. I
course.
mean, are you kidding
Yeah.
me? So it's just like it's fun and it's the best baseball because all the major leaguers are back in their country, or where
Yeah.
their great 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 grandmother was from. But yeah, so I picked that because, well, I really wanted to pick 96, but they didn't have any covers for them because they didn't know they were going to win,
Right.
obviously. And
Oh,
so they
that's the
won.
year they won.
That's the first year they won in like 20 some years. So they came back. I'm in the city. I'm working at a sports bar, and the Yankees looked like they were going to lose. They were like, it's done. Grown men are crying. I don't understand any of this. I was raised on football, and I made so much money off this game. I was like, this is the best game in the world. I mean, and also I drank the whole time because everyone's
Of course.
drinking.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't even know how I made $300. I'm like, how do I have this money? Like, who gave people drinks? It wasn't me. So that's kind of my intro to Yankees. And then I became like a huge fan. I loved the game. I got smarter. But I mean, like, now I'm intelligent. It's not just about money. I mean, it is, but
You're playing the money
um,
ball now.
s- yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, and that's why I get so mad. I mean, now the Yankees, whatever. I mean, let's start just with 98. So 98, I am, my brother's like, hey, I have tickets um, to a Yankee game, and we're in the Nabisco Skybox. And I was like, okay, great. He's like, I have an extra one, bring a friend. So I bring my friend Drunk Shelly. I mean, I don't, she'll never listen to
Not an
this because
ironic name.
no, no, no. She'd fall downstairs all the time. But we just always called her Drunk Shelly. So it's gay pride. We can't get to the stadium because it's like we can't. The subways are crazy. So my brother, we meet them. We finally get there. We're like a little late. We go up to this skybox. My nephew's there. He's 4. My sister's there. My brother's there. Me and Drunk Shelly and other people that I don't remember. And it was David Wells ends up being a perfect game. And I am like, it's my nephew's first game. I mean, it's nuts. But I really don't know what's going on because I'm a dancer at that time and I'm just like, I've got to go to a rehearsal. Like I've got to go. And my brother's like, it's a perfect game, you idiot. Like someone's either going to hit the ball and you can leave or you stay and it's going to be over very
Right.
quickly. So I almost left a perfect game and I didn't. And so then 98 they end up winning like I think 116 game. They're on a tear, and then the World Series that year is like so quick. I think they win it in 4 games, and so yeah, I love that. I love that who they grouped everyone with, and I feel like 96 was such a special team because it really was, they were just filling holes. And then 98, like they kind of kept everyone or most, not everyone. And it's just like, Mariano Rivera, like I'll cry right now over that Boston game. Like you want to see tears on this podcast? Like, I can't, 2001 when he got hit, when, what's that state that no one cares about?
Oh
Arizona,
yeah.
when the Diamondbacks, when they win in 2001. I mean, I love whatever. I love them very much. I love the Yankees, but I hate them right now, and I do not care.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And this is when TV Guide was trying. So TV Guide was the largest print run magazine in the world by like a long shot. And
Ooh,
late '90s into the early 2000s, they started to become increasingly irrelevant, partially because people had like TV Guide channel or they had menu screens on their TV, and the sort of articles and writing that people used to turn to TV Guide for was in stuff like Details or Entertainment Weekly. Like they were kind of
oh,
losing
okay.
some of their juice that they'd had for like 50 years. Philly company, by the way, her husband, and yep, based out of
Oh,
Philly. And so they started trying to do these collectors covers. So they'd have like a series of covers because they learned it from the comic book world, which
okay.
imploded in 1996 because of this. But you get people to buy multiple copies of the same issue, and so those Yankee fans, they're going to buy 4 copies at $1.49 each, so they can get all 4
Oh,
covers, and you're going to make more
did
money there.
did that work?
Yes and no. They got really
Mm.
greedy with it. So
Oh,
in
okay.
2001, I want to say, or 2000, they did a Simpsons series where they had 24 different covers, and people were
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no, I'm not buying this.
yeah,
And it just, yeah,
right.
it was too much. And then they were like trying to do multiple wrestling covers, and it just wasn't, people weren't having it. But this was like them testing the waters with that. So they're like,
Well,
this one that I scanned is like their regular issue, and the contents are exactly the same, but this one has Tim Allen on
mhm.
the cover, and then I think there's 4 Yankees covers.
Yeah, and you should put Derek Jeter on anything and it will sell. I mean, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, I mean, there was a definitely a huge part of my life that I definitely thought I was going to marry him.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll just pick that cover. That was probably when we were supposed to get married and didn't happen.
And the
Um,
sum total knowledge I have on him is just hearing townies complain about Jeter.
oh, I mean, wait, you don't watch baseball. So he's back on like the baseball, like like how like every sports has like the 4 guys,
Oh yeah,
four
the
girls or
commentators.
whatever.
Yeah.
So he's back on that with A-Rod, who's, how does A-Rod even have a job in baseball after what he did? But yeah, so Jeter's back in the mix, looking pretty good. There was a couple. You've seen those
Yeah.
commercials where, yeah, they don't look so good.
Yeah.
If someone told him, probably. So
Look, if you want to be on TV again, you gotta sort
yeah,
this
you
out.
got it. You got it. Yeah. You're
Do
puffy.
you want to be Tommy Lasorda? You don't want to be
Yeah.
Tommy Lasorda, do you?
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, he's yeah. So yeah, Jeter on the cover was good. I did like there was a I liked how they did like a pitching and like the infield, the outfield, and I think they even did the coaches.
Yeah.
I think Tori's on one, and the guy who got slammed down. Oh God, who was that? That the Boston Red Sox slammed an old guy to
Yeah.
the ground, and
Yeah.
it's still
That's what we do here.
hilarious. Yeah, I mean,
The fuck you think you
it's
are?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to do a Boston accent right now.
I wish
Yeah.
I couldn't do one, but sadly it's in my brain.
I have not heard it yet. But you
Yeah.
did a very good
Well,
one.
thank you.
You
Yeah.
just like put it on for me.
Worked,
I
I've
appreciate
worked
that.
very hard to rid myself of it as best as possible.
How much did TV Guide go for like the most it was ever? Like
Oh, like each
how
issue, like
expensive
cover
did it
price.
got?
So it's still
Mhm.
published, believe it or not. Um,
What?
I don't know why, because no one needs it, and it's awful. It's now like a
Mhm.
magazine size. It's not the digest. It
Oh,
has
that's
listings.
even worse.
I don't know why. There's basically no articles. It's just like press releases they cut and paste in there, and that I
Okay.
think is like $4.99 or $5.99 because it's like magazine price.
Right.
But for years it was like $1.49. It stuck there for a while, and then it was like $2.49.
Okay.
But up and
Okay, so it only went up to 249.
yeah,
Like
it didn't get
okay.
super big because it was always it's an impulse buy magazine at the checkout counter on the checkout in the little rack with Reader's Digest, or people had a
Right.
subscription. When you had a subscription, it was like basically free. It was like a year
Oh,
subscription
really?
was like $30 or something, and you got it every
Oh,
week.
wow. Because every week, and that's the thing, like you would check out and see who was on the cover and be like, I want to have that because you probably liked the movie or television show that the person was on.
And no one liked Tim Allen, so they were like, "We need to have sports people on this because no one's going to
Yeah,
buy
when
this
that
from Tim Allen."
I was like, Tim Allen, I didn't pick that one.
That's like
Then or now.
I think it was Barry Sobel used to have a bit about Robert Guillaume was the understudy for Michael Crawford on Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, and
Yeah, those names sound Michael Guillaume sounds so
yeah,
familiar.
Robert Guillaume was in Benson. He was in the sitcom Benson. So he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"You go to see Phantom of the Opera," and there was like, "Here's Benson," but I'm like,
Yeah.
he's really good at it. But it's like that thing. You expected this. You get Tim Allen as the
Right.
understudy. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants Tim Allen as the understudy.
Nobody ordered Tim Allen. But this is a pretty interesting year. So, like 98, there's a bunch of weird shifts that are kind of happening in television, and it's sort of pre reality TV, but just on the cusp.
Yeah, I noticed that it was only what's after Road Rules I
Yes.
saw, and I was like, oh, this is that's interesting you just said that because I thought that the television, there wasn't a lot of reality but you had to go down. It wasn't like, down into the listing, and I saw that it was like Road Rules, and I think
Real
what's the
World
other
was
one? I'm
still
sorry.
on. Yeah,
Real World.
Yeah.
I did watch the first two
Oh, I love
seasons of
this.
Real
Yeah.
World.
And I've had guests from those who were in the Real World.
Oh, tell me. I only know the first two, though.
So
Eric Nies.
first three. So I had Judd, who was in San Francisco. The third one with Puck and
Okay.
and
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
had John Brennan on the show. True story.
Wait. John Brennan, was he the guitarist?
Yeah, the cowboy guy
country
in
singer?
LA. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was 19.
So he was the surfer guy, and then you had the guy from Ireland
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
Dominic. Yeah.
Yeah. So the surfer guy I was in love with. I was like, he's hot, but he won't do anything.
No, he won't do any of the reunions.
No.
Yeah. But he's also kind
can't
of
even believe I
stiff,
know that.
Like total stiff, like no personality whatsoever.
I think he's like he seems to me like he can't it's beneath him. He can't
Yeah.
believe he did it.
Yeah.
Almost like not Rob, Schneider from Jaws. He's like, he
Oh,
didn't
Roy
like Jaws
Schneider. Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Yeah, Roy Schneider, as I almost called Rob.
I'd love to
The
see Rob
comic.
Schneider eaten by a shark.
Yeah. Well, he was very much like who's this director,
Yeah,
and this movie is like,
popcorn garbage. Yeah, I'm an actor. Yeah,
yeah. That's what I think he is. He's very much like doesn't want to be associated with it. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, you don't have to like
right,
be on another reality show. You
right.
can just like show up and people would be excited.
He treats it like a hunks calendar he did in college.
Did he do one? Because I'm sure
He
he
probably did actually. Maybe that's why he doesn't want that coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just the Real World, which really kicked off everything. There was some reality TV shows prior to the Real World, but Real World was such a huge hit, and Road Rules came out of the LA season when John and Dominic and Tammy drove cross country to LA. They picked up John in Kentucky
Oh,
and they were like, let's
right.
make just that a show.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
so that's where those two shows came from. And then those shows influenced Big Brother, which was a UK and European show first. It was like a ripoff of the Real World, and then came back to the US after the writer's strike in 2000 or 2001 when we had all these reality shows as a result. So that's when we got like Survivor and America's Next Top Model and American Idol. And most of those were UK shows first that they Americanized.
I mean, as you're saying this, I'm like, did you see the Tyra Banks like
Oh, yeah.
documentary? I'm like, yeah.
I mean, she's out of her
I mean,
mind.
I mean,
It's modeling. Like, what do you think?
yeah. I loved when reality was like there was like I don't talent, like you know what I mean? Like I loved like I didn't really watch a lot of the chef shows, but that would be one of them. But I loved not Top Model. Wait, what's the one with Heidi
Oh, no,
and
that
Tim
was
Gunn?
the fashion one. That was the
Oh, yes, sorry. I'm
what
like
was that
she's a
one
model.
called?
That's not.
Yeah, she hosted it, but it was about the fashion designers.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. And then when it becomes like really like dramatic and it's like, let's make them cry about how they're not with their family for six
Yeah.
months, making, that. But that documentary with Tyra Banks, I mean, because again, I watched it. I loved, you know, I'm a kid. I love the transformation of these like, these girls that are cute into beautiful swans or just like the fashion element.
Yeah.
But man, going back and seeing what I saw, I was like, well, what were they? I mean, someone has to be the adult in the room. I wasn't. I wasn't an adult. And
No,
it's like,
you don't make money being an adult.
no. I mean, they're doing like blackface.
Yeah.
Like what? They're
Yeah.
like changing. I couldn't have told you I saw that, but watching the documentary, I'm like, oh, I saw
I
that.
blocked this out. I'm having a recovered memory
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It was ridiculous. I mean, but I don't know if the documentary did this well, where they didn't put it in the larger context of what other reality shows are doing at the time, which even now, going back and looking, when I see them in the old TV guides, I'm like, holy shit. Like there was one called, what was it
what
called?
Top Model was doing compared to everybody
Yes,
else,
like
or what
so
everyone
that
was doing.
outrageous stuff they were doing was tame compared to like there was a show where it was like The Bachelor, but it was I think it was a gay guy and straight women, and it was like it was to see if they could tell the guy was gay, that Fox did.
Ooh.
There was a show called The Swan where they actually did like hundreds of thousands of dollars of cosmetic surgery on someone to to like date them, and then like it was just insanity the stuff they were doing.
Right.
Who Wants to
Right,
Marry a
so-
Millionaire was one of the first ones that was like bonkers.
Oh wait, what about the Joe? Is that the Joe Dirt, like a Joe Dirt type
Oh,
thing?
there
Like,
was-
is he a millionaire?
There was that was his name was Rick Rockwell. He was a cruise ship comedian,
all this.
a cruise ship comedian, and he married this woman named Darva Conger. They were the couple from Who Wants
Are
to
you
Marry a
making
Millionaire.
these names up?
I wish I
Darva
was.
Con-
I wish I was.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
But there was one called there's Joe Millionaire.
Right.
Yeah, and there was it was Joe Schmo was actually really good. That one was a reality show, but everyone was an actor except one guy. So it was all done for this one guy,
my God.
and they pretended it was a different show. And it was the first thing Kristen Wiig did. Kristen Wiig was on it as a like person
Shut
on the
up.
show pre SNL.
How do you sleep? How do you know all this? This is
I don't want to. It's just there.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Just get it. I get it. Okay, moving on.
I
So
didn't
you're
try.
talking, yeah, 98 is like it now we're changing into this world that we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's happening. Okay, well, I blame the Yankees.
It's mostly the Yankees'
Uh
fault, and that's what
yeah,
people
it's the
do
Yankees'
here.
fault.
That's
Yeah,
everyone just blames the
I'm
Yankees
trying
for
to fit
everything
in.
in Boston. Yeah, um,
I just fit in. I'm
yeah.
Boston now.
People won't
I'm a
know the difference if
Bostonian.
you're like fucking
Hmm.
Yankees. There's an interesting little article in here about how Flea is on Nickelodeon. The Wild Thornberries.
Whoa. Wait a minute. That's so funny you said that because I didn't read the article. I just was like, why is he in this?
Yeah, he's doing a
That
voice.
wait, a Nickelodeon. That is so great. Yeah, Flea's inner wild child. I was like, whatever, and I didn't read past that. That is so crazy. He's hired for a small role. Okay, of Psycho. I mean, a cartoon. What?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
popping up in all kinds of stuff. And then the funniest thing to me too is I can't think of anything more 1998 than this ad opposite it for now you can make delicious restaurant style onion appetizers at home, and it's for a machine to make your own bloomin' onion.
I mean, what are we doing? I mean, just like you're like, oh, cool. Let's what? Who has a fryer that can make this? Like, how are we going to make a blue? Why is anyone eating a bloomin' onion? I mean, it's fried onion.
Because someone's
There's
like,
onion
"Oh, it's
rings.
cool. You could pick it out." It's like, but
Yeah.
which okay if you're at a table at a bar or something. But like this was like a de rigueur appetizer everywhere, and it was like the
Oh yeah. Oh
go-to.
yeah. I know.
So
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
I go to a restaurant now and this is on the menu, I'm like, "Oh, you haven't updated anything in 25 years. I'm leaving."
Also, get out.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
out of
yeah,
that restaurant.
yeah,
If they have bloomin' onion,
yeah.
wait a minute. It's 1999. First of all, do you think we can still buy it? Secondly, how many do you think they sold? Do you think they?
I bet they sold a ton.
No.
I bet they sold a ton, and I bet they sold a ton for people who are like Super Bowl parties. We're gonna have a bloomin' onion,
Mhm. Oh, there's that
and they
accent.
used it
Yeah.
once, like every other
And never use it
Unitasker
again.
kitchen gadget. Never used it again. I bet you could easily find these at like a thrift store for like $5.99.
Right. I'm looking at the I don't wait, the white thing is that the
That's a
chopping
cut
block of it?
onion, I think, in it.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. So it looks
Okay.
like
Yeah, I get it now.
handlebars for like a
I'm
weird.
sorry, I'm burping.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. It's the onions.
Okay, yeah.
And
It's the onions I'm looking at.
yeah,
Oh shit, I get it now.
yeah.
Okay, so it just had been cut. Again,
It's
who has a
basically
fryer?
a colander made of blades.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That sounds safe.
Yeah.
That sounds like a weapon.
Yeah.
They probably would have sold more if they're like slash weapon.
Yeah. Flying guillotine,
Yeah.
everybody. It's not a unitasker.
Yeah.
And then speaking of models, there's an interesting thing about like Revlon had a weird NBC promotion where
Lord.
they were promoting various shows on NBC with like specific Revlon new colors of makeup. So there was ultraviolet, certainly red, smoky rose, and coffee bean. And so the gimmick was on NBC, there'd be someone in each of those shows like wearing that new Revlon color. So like in Suddenly Susan, someone's got ultraviolet. In Caroline in the City, someone's debuting certainly red. Like just
Right.
weird.
Wow. Okay, but we don't know it watching it. We just know it by reading
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You get that insider
Which-
knowledge. So you could turn to your friend and be like,
Oh.
I think that's a new Revlon color. It looks like, is that Smoky Rose?
it. Suddenly Susan is passionate red.
Suddenly Smoky Rose. Yeah.
Wait, what are the names? Suddenly wait. What were the names
Certainly
of it?
Red.
Oh,
That was on
Certainly
Caroline
Red.
in the City.
Oh, I see it.
Ultraviolet
Sorry,
was on
Smoky.
Suddenly Red. On Suddenly Susan. And Smoky Rose is Just Shoot Me. Frasier's got Coffee Bean. That makes sense with the Seattle
I
connection.
mean, I was gonna say, are they tying these in?
Yeah.
That's Coffee Bean. I mean, I probably wore all of these, especially Smoky Rose. Ultraviolet sounds horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like it's neon. Oh, that's Brooke Shields.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I knew I watched Suddenly Susan, but I couldn't remember who Susan
Those
was.
shows blend together. Like Suddenly Susan, Veronica's
them.
Closet, Caroline in the City. Like I couldn't tell you, like Just Shoot
Nope.
Me. They're all one show that you could just move people around.
I totally agree with you, but if you did, like, I did watch Just Shoot Me, so I know David Spade was in it.
Yeah.
The girl from, I always call it the girl from Pretty Woman.
Oh yeah, San
Yeah.
Giacomo. Is that who it was?
I'm going to say
Yeah.
yes to you because you seem to know way more than me. But I used to, yeah, I like, and he's again, fashion photographer, all the people that worked in a magazine, or I think it was a magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was
was
his
a magazine.
magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Carolina City, or I have no idea. I know I watched it. I have no idea. Suddenly Susan, I watched that too. I couldn't even tell
They
you.
were Thursday night shows that they put it between shows people watched, and people just kind of sat there while they were on, and they didn't really register. It was kind of just
Yeah.
like,
You're just waiting. You're
yeah,
waiting for Frasier. I think it was I think it, in my head, it was Will and Grace, but it wasn't at the time. Will and Grace was on Monday or Tuesday. It was,
I think
wait,
it's
Will
on
and
Monday.
Grace was
Yeah.
on Monday. And then I took notes. And then, Friends and Frasier, which I never would have guessed. I would have thought it was Friends and Will and Grace. I think
Yeah.
it was later.
Or
Maybe
they could have
it
been
was
in
on
reruns a
Thursday.
lot, I could imagine. They'd be in
Right.
reruns a
I
lot.
mean, the reruns are happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Like Friends is rerunning at that
Like
point. This
six
is the year
o'clock
that
from episodes a year earlier.
I'm going in. I'm going like because yeah. But back to your thing, the in between. I feel like you go eat dinner, you make a phone call, something. Because I feel like did we even have TiVo at that time? I
No,
mean, I
that
didn't.
was like
Yeah,
early 2000s was when I think it became more prevalent. So
yeah.
yeah, it's then there's an interesting Matt Roush writes a review of Chris Rock show on HBO. So this is when he was first doing his show, which is 98 seems both later than I remember it and earlier than I remember it.
Right. You're like, yeah. Also, like, I'm in the, like, I just moved, and I'm not that old in the city, but it's funny because, like, I'm like, I should have picked something way earlier because 98, I'm like, I'm doing a
I'm a
show at
grown
night.
ass
So I'm
adult.
not
Yeah.
watching, I'm a grown adult with a
Yeah.
job at night, which sounds weird. I think my neighbors thought I was weird. So yeah, I didn't, Chris Rock show. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. Tell me about it.
So, I mean, that was where like most of America first kind of saw, that's when he became
Oh,
like Chris Rock. Like he,
oh, I thought it was from his
so he
specials.
was on SNL, but didn't really hit.
Right.
He quit SNL, went over to In Living Color for their last season.
Hmm.
And then he had some specials which did well, but like the show he did on HBO was very different, and it like people really noticed, and then they started putting him in movies, and he became like a much bigger star. Sort of broke out from just doing stand up, and it's interesting to see like because this is before that happened to see like what the
Oh,
reviewer thinks of the show just based on like the pilot, and it gets a good review,
uh-huh.
like which I would
Oh, it did
expect.
get a
Yeah.
good review. Okay, okay. And then did you like the show?
I thought it was good. Yeah. I mean, Chris Rock, like he's just like good in everything.
Yeah.
Like he's just fun to watch. Like,
My first comedy class, writing class, not comedy class, writing class, but it was for stand up. And they're like, it was a very, like, this is the first introduction I have to stand up. And so she's like, come in and do someone else's jokes. And I came in and did Chris Rock's jokes.
you really you aimed high on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like because I loved it. I loved the I'm a dancer my whole life, and then I decided to become a comic. So like I'm behind you guys. Like I don't have this life where I'm like, oh man, my dad watched the late none of that. So like this is like, oh, this guy does stand up. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Like that's like almost the first person I'm watching doing stand up. So I was just so she's like, just come on, come to class and bring someone else's jokes, bring a famous person's joke or whatever and just do them on, I was I'm doing Chris Rock jokes.
Well, you're getting timing down. I mean, that's like the hardest part. So if you already have that with
Right.
dancing, it's kind of, then there's like this phenomenon articles about like hot women who sing country songs. So it's like Shania
And
Twain, Faith Hill, like Trisha Yearwood, Leanne Rhymes. It's like, okay. We're gonna have 5 pages of them all like that. They're all in that pose where they don't have shoes on and they're like laughing at something in the sky. That's like the pose.
they're being models.
Yes.
They're now going this is when it becomes pop culture, right? Because country music to me, I am like, I'm not into it.
No.
It's my dad's music, it's the twang, and then this changes everything because these women have like that crossover song. Don't ask me what those
I
songs
couldn't tell
were.
you either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who cares? And but they've got to look like now they've got to be they're selling sex. Come
Yeah.
on, Ken. That's what's
They
happening.
all
They're
look like
selling
they all
sex.
look like models. Like they're not like
Yeah.
yeah, we had Dolly
I
Parton.
think Faith Hill was one, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
think Faith.
like the least modelly looking is probably Leanne Rimes, and she looks stunning in these pictures. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, I think wait, but also she has the smallest picture. I can't
yeah,
even see.
yeah,
Wait, right? Is Leanne Rhymes is in the middle
yeah. They're like make
next to the cigarette
yeah,
ad, which looks hot, and that could have been one of them too. And they could have made extra
yeah.
money.
So it's like yeah. Oh, GPC, never heard of that cigarette. Yeah, every TV guide I look at, there's a cigarette brand I've never heard of before. I'm like, there's 700,000 cigarette brands apparently because
Oh, I didn't even look at the brand. I'm always like, oh my God, there was a time where we smoked cigarettes
yeah.
inside. I mean, that's our lifetime. And so when I see ads, it just makes me laugh. I didn't even look at the brand. That's
Yeah,
hilarious. Aren't they all Marlboro?
GPC is those ones. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
But I remember coming home from places and you're washing your hair and just like smoke coming out.
oh, I hated the jacket. Like I hate the clothes
Oh
smelling
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, oh,
Which is always my favorite
yeah.
when people who smoke think you don't know that they just smoked a cigarette, and we're like, dude,
I'm like,
everyone knows.
it's in your pores. It's
Yeah.
coming out. Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Never. Now have you?
I tried all the time because I wanted to have a smoke break when I bartended.
Yeah.
So I tried to learn and I couldn't. I would just cough. So I mean, did I try to smoke? Yes. Did I smoke a cigarette?
Not
No. Because
successfully. Yeah, it was not a
yeah, no, I
successful
was
experiment.
unsuccessful. Yeah. Unsuccessful at getting a smoke break.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't learn how to
I
smoke
just
cigarettes.
it was like my entire family smoked except for my dad.
Oh.
And I was just like, and I would hung out at
Oh,
like
yeah.
punk rock clubs and stuff, and everyone, and I'm like, yeah. So I probably smoked by proxy.
Yeah, right. I did have a friend that like was cool and smoked, but I couldn't stand her smell. Like the
Yeah.
leather jacket, and she used to put perfume on. And guess what? Perfume and smoke
Worse.
is even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Worse. Yeah.
I didn't mind cloves. Those smelled okay.
I can't remember. I can't remember what do they smell like? Give me an
They
idea.
smelled like cloves. Like the spice.
Oh, people were smoking. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on from that. I'm like, let me go get a clove
Yeah,
right
but they were
now.
like
And I
goth kid
can't.
cigarettes, like it'd be like
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember people smoked cloves. I
Yeah.
just can't remember the smell
Yeah.
at all.
It was it wasn't as bad. It didn't smell like dirty like that.
I'm smoking cinnamon
Yeah.
sticks.
Those would
Like,
do well. I mean, I imagine that people could
probably.
smoke that. Yeah.
That is our fourth grade idea.
Yeah.
That's the fourth.
Like a spice talk, like a spicy podcast. Well, I'm always intrigued to know that mace is a spice. And I've actually had mace.
What?
I had mace ice cream one time, and it was very nice. It was kind of like a cinnamon.
Like the mace that makes people's
Yeah.
eyes burn.
Yeah. Because like
What did it taste like?
it was sort of cinnamony, and a little sharp, but it was really nice. Because like how cinnamon in like great quantities is like spicy or ginger, so it's like that kind of thing. But
yeah.
for whatever reason,
Oh,
mace
okay.
mace is easily weaponized.
Do you know this place where you got it? And like, can we go there?
Yeah,
Can we still
it's
get?
great. Yeah,
Oh,
Christina's
it's
ice
still
cream.
around.
Yeah, it's
It's in Boston.
Yeah, it's in Cambridge. It was one of the first like gourmet ice cream places because it was a spice shop. So they would import like
Oh.
Indian spices and
Yep,
stuff, and then spices that didn't sell, they'd make into ice cream. So they had all these interesting like ice
I
cream
love it.
flavors. Yeah, I've had some really
Because
good stuff.
I don't necessarily love ice cream, but we had a gourmet ice cream shop next to us that closed down in the pandemic. Ice and Vice, if you hear this, come back to us, please. And it blew my mind what they were putting in: fruity pebbles, lavender, scotch, whiskey. Just
Yep.
it was insane. But never mace, so I'll be there.
There's a place in LA next to Donut Friend. Is it Donut Friend? That had an ice cream that was tobacco and coffee, and it was really good.
Okay.
Speaking of cigarettes.
I'm going to take all of. Speaking of cigarettes that we don't like, you should go because tobacco that smells like horrible.
Yeah, but it
okay.
was really nice with the coffee.
It has to be
Yeah.
right. Like it can't sell
It's ice cream.
cigarettes and
Yeah.
ice cream. Yeah.
So let's dive into Saturday night. What are you doing?
Saturday night. Okay. Real World.
Mm-hmm.
That was on. So I'm watching the Real World. And what? Who's in that year?
So
What season are we on?
98 probably would have been, I want to say Hawaii.
Okay.
No, 96 was Boston. Then it was, I think it is Hawaii. 98.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm lying to you. I was really at a show. I was going to Broadway, but I would have watched Real World and House of
I
Style.
love House of Style so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked, there's a couple of them that were like, oh, I used to watch that all the time. Again, I can't even tell you is, uh, because I think there's also one that's like, what's the one where they showed you the house of like
Oh, Cribs.
rappers and
Yeah,
stuff?
that's Cribs.
Cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where the
Cribs.
magic
Okay. So how,
happens. That was every room in Cribs,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm watching Real World, House of Style. Oh, and the Miss America pageant
Yeah. Yeah.
for
78th annual.
sure.
I watched every pageant.
Why weren't we friends?
I know. How did this
How
not
old are
happen?
you?
I'm 40. I'll be 46 this year.
Okay, I'm a little older than you. It's okay though.
Yeah.
But we could have been
I
friends
agree. Yeah.
because I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to agree. I'm just, saying we should have been friends. I don't want to put you on the
I
spot
concur.
here.
Yes. No.
Um, so Catherine Schindel, she won that year. She represented Illinois. And this is crazy because I looked it up because I was like, like what happens to these girls? So Miss America, Catherine Schindel, and she did a Broadway show. She ended up doing a Broadway show, and like I looked up her talent. I'm like, because in my head the talents were wild, but that's just because movies had
Yeah.
made them so crazy,
Fire
right? But like
juggling.
really,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So she was just a singer.
Most of them were singers. Like it was singers or sometimes dancers. And then like the weird one would be like, I play the oboe or something like that. That would
Right,
be
right.
the weird
Were
thing.
they good singers? Like, were any of them? No, wait. Should I say were they bad?
They weren't bad. It's like Vanessa Williams. There were some decent singers. No one was like awful. But the talent portion sometimes even got cut out of the broadcast. Like they would have like the highlights, later they would do, they would have that like B-roll. It was like, we took the contestants to SeaWorld or whatever. And they're all like with their sashes on and
And they're feeding the dolphins.
yeah.
Oh,
so they would
good.
show that
So
kind of
good.
stuff instead of like the whole talent competition. One of my favorites, and I only discovered this recently because I don't think it really aired nationally. There was a Mrs. America pageant for married women.
So many years.
They did about 10 years of it. And they all of them have this thing where they come out in a costume representing their state that they made. And you could do a super edit of those and be entertained for the rest of your life.
Who put this on? What channel?
I feel like it might have been some kind of Christian thing because it was like Mrs.
geez.
America. Like it kind of had
They're
that
married.
vibe.
It's fine. Vibe.
So I think it aired in like something like that because I've only really started encountering them recently. So they definitely didn't air here. So I think it was some kind of Christian network, but they're so funny.
Who gave you this great gift? Like you said you came across it. Did someone...
I used to tape trade of like rare TV shows and stuff, and so I got one in a trade, and I was like, what is this? And I'm like, I thought it was Miss America. They just wrote it wrong, and I'm like, oh no, this is something very different. And then there's a bunch on YouTube. Like people have uploaded a bunch on YouTube, but oh man.
I think I might have come across it too, because I think when I was looking up who won that year, I think I came across a Mrs. America, and I was like, I think I just thought it was Miss Universe. Like
Yeah.
how Miss Universe happens, and so I was just like, oh, that's just that. Like I guess I got the wrong name, but I guess I must have come across it too, but I did not click.
They're very strange. They're very strange. And then I feel like when did they stop doing Miss Teen USA? I don't think they still do that. Maybe they do.
I mean, I would say yes, but also maybe we're finally, I don't know.
I don't know if they do it either. I don't think it airs on TV. I don't even know if Miss America airs on TV anymore. I don't know if they air.
We went from like sitting and having parties and like popcorn and just being like rooting to,
Well, because the sort of novelty of Miss America is on 51 reality shows every week.
That's true. I mean, I was gonna say why. I mean, besides like, I think I'm I feel like reality and non-reality are in my head in the wrong way because I feel like, is it just a movie that was like, hey, this isn't good for women, we're objectifying them, or did that really happen?
That
Or
happened, yeah.
we got rid of the swimsuit thing, and like it, so like I'm like, where are we in this? Because all those things kind of happen, and then you have television, or I'm sorry, movies that also, or then reality that's telling you something else, or Honey Boo Boo.
Right,
It's like,
right.
I don't know where we are in the pageant world anymore. Is it good or is it bad?
I don't know either. I think it's bad.
Mm.
Because yeah, it was like, because no matter how many things you put in it, you're judging them on their looks. Like, come on. That's what it is.
Right. That's
That's
true.
100% what it is. And
Do they get a scholarship?
they get a scholarship.
like-
Yeah. And they get paid to do events throughout the year as well.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
think they get
But yeah.
like a decent
But if you're
payday.
Uggo,
Yeah. There's no one Uggo, but they're like, oh my God, she plays the saxophone so good. And her costume was fantastic.
did you see that? Did you see that sewing she did on their
She
on her Statue
her
of Liberty
embroidery,
costume?
her crewel work was was unparalleled. Yeah, because I feel like there was a time where like most Americans could probably name who Miss America was at any time.
Absolutely, it was a big
Yeah.
deal, and I think it was like I mean, I would say I don't know if it was on 247 or like but
Oh, it
I
was a
feel like
network. Yeah, this is on
yeah,
ABC.
because now you like, well, I don't know about now, but I would say in the last 15 years, you had to search for it.
Oh,
You did
yeah.
not know what was coming on. You didn't, it wasn't in your TV guide, a page. Like, yeah, there's no commercials for
No,
it.
no. There's no excitement over the
No.
pageants. Yeah,
I would say it's the next day where someone puts out like not a meme, but maybe like a clip to be like, this is, like making fun of or whatever,
right.
or not,
it's the first plus size Miss America, and she's like 100 pounds.
Yeah, no,
Like whatever it is, that's usually the
she's a
number.
size 4,
Yeah.
exactly. You're like, oh, I've been looking at that too. I'm like, wait a minute, that's what, because of the Tyra
Yeah.
Banks,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first, like, I was like, that is not even that crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is, so there's a full page ad for the 78th annual Miss America pageant. And then on the very next page, there's a full page ad for America Undercover Presents Autopsy 5 on HBO. So it's
Wait a minute. Where is that?
it's on page 41 of the PDF.
Oh, okay, wait. I see. It's before we get to like Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it's still
Wednesday.
Saturday. It's like there's a Mad TV ad, quarter page Mad TV ad.
Oh, you said 40? You said 41?
Yep. 40 is the Miss America, and then page 41 it's HBO presents Autopsy. Autopsy
Wait,
5.
I mean, this is amazing. I have to see it. Wait, is it not in the ads? Is it like?
It's a full page
it
ad.
past-
Yeah, it's like a
Okay, hold on. I have to get to this. We have to keep
Oh
talking
yeah, no
about
problem.
Miss America.
So it's
pageant.
page 40 of the PDF and it's page 77
Okay,
of the actual
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I was looking on the other thing, and then I was like, I bet you he. Oh my God. Okay. So wait, and that's from the year before, and then I'm gonna scroll. Oh, that is brilliant. Autopsy 5.
Yeah.
So where were the other 4? And they're all look like mummies.
It looks like a pageant, like it's like an autopsy pageant, just because it's right after the Miss America thing.
It's what happens if you
Yeah.
lose. Wait, it looks like they have like something around their necks, like rope.
Yeah, they look tied down because they're going to come back to life. So HBO had like an award-winning series of documentaries called America Undercover, and they made a lot of really great, interesting documentaries. There was stuff about like white nationalists and stuff about like mental health in America. I think they did that one called like Crack City or something. It's about Lowell, Mass, and like drug epidemics and this. So they were really doing these like pretty serious documentaries. And so they did one about autopsies with this guy, Dr. Bodden, who was like the US's foremost forensic pathologist. And this is before like true crime got super big or like we really had
right, which is
NCIS and all those shows. So people started loving it. And so HBO really leaned into it and started like advertisement like the best autopsies, check this one. Like they started really, it was no longer like a documentary about how they solve crimes. They really leaned into the like salaciousness of it.
Okay, so wait, were these documentaries good? Because how does it go from good these all sound great, and I think I'm reading a book that actually brought up Crack
Yep.
City. So, and I think I just read about that today. And then how does it go from that to Autopsy 5? How does that leap happen?
Yeah.
Like, how does, what?
It's so they became really popular, and this guy was on talk shows and stuff. And the first couple, basically they set the tone, they set the template for all the true crime things we see now. So like all those datelines are
Okay.
like, and then they did this and they discovered that our stomach contents were there, and they've tied that, like that was all in these autopsy documentaries, and no one had really seen that stuff. So if we look at like what like a coroner used to do in pop culture before that, it's like Quincy, like, that kind of stuff, they're,
Did you watch it? Did you watch
oh
these?
yeah, I watched the first couple and they're really interesting. But by this time
okay.
it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's not
Right. It's like the real
Yeah.
world, or like
Yeah.
any of them. They get so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Right,
because this is
right,
when
right,
HBO was doing like Real Sex and Taxi Cab Confessions and like all
Right.
those kind of weird like
I don't think I had HBO, right? Because like I'm on my own. I don't have the money to get
It's
HBO.
pricey.
So I know about these. Like I know I've heard of these. Oh, here comes Eleanor.
Oh,
This
very
is my
nice.
cat.
Oh, hello, Eleanor.
Hello, come on, Eleanor. She's shy.
That sounds very cat-like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was HBO, because HBO really went out of their way to be like, we're HBO, we can show stuff you can't see on other channels.
Right, right,
And
right. I
yeah.
mean, again, the funny thing about HBO in my life is like when I had money, like if I got a good job, I'm like, oh, I get to have HBO. So like I would see like one season of Oz
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't see it again. Like I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens on a lot of, and like I think we just rewatched The Sopranos in the pandemic because I'm like, I don't know if I saw the whole thing through.
There was only so many
Because-
free preview weekends.
and they don't play them all.
Yeah.
You have to actually wait a week.
Yeah, and my uncle has a black box, but he wouldn't let me use it. Yeah, so Autopsy 5 right after Miss America is very funny.
Oh, that's so fucking good.
And then
That is, I mean, do I need to watch it? You said the first two
I
seasons.
haven't seen 5. The first 2 are interesting. I feel like they won't be as impactful probably because you've seen 100 things that have like basically used the format of it.
But that would be interesting, right? To be like, where does
Where
this
to
all
start?
come
But
from?
it's definitely that, because
Yeah.
like the other big America Undercover that they did was about the West Memphis 3, those 3 kids that kind of got railroaded into saying that they killed that kid when they didn't. And so that was like an HBO America Undercover documentary originally.
Oh, I bet you that was good.
That's very good. And they did a follow-up to that as well. They did a ton. They won all kinds of awards, and but then they kind of discovered we can just do salacious stuff and we don't have to do as much work.
That's upsetting because I am I'm watching documentaries like all the time, and like, I don't know if you are. Well, I mean,
watch
I don't
them
even know
often.
if you went to school because it
I
seems
did.
like you just
Yes,
watch
yeah.
TV. But yeah, documentaries now too. It's kind of like there's no ending. There's like it's very left to out in the like out in the open. Or what about the documentaries that have like 2 and one was made by the Fire Festival, right?
Oh yeah,
You
like
had,
the
both
rival
guys.
documentaries. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like what? Yeah, so sometimes I feel like documentaries now. I feel like you don't get to the bottom of anything. It's
No.
like it leaves more questions than anything else. So I feel like the old documentaries. I don't know if you watched Smashing Machine.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yep.
movie, but there's a
yeah.
documentary.
I've seen the
and
documentary.
it's fucking
Yeah,
great.
it's like, why did you
That's-
bother to make this movie?
The movie's so bad. I was like, it's just the documentary, but now it's not the crazy people that were in the documentary.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't believe you guys filmed this. Okay,
But have
I'll
you
move
seen
on.
like American Movie? That's one of my favorite documentaries. If you've never seen that, it's from 2000. It's about this guy named Mark Borchardt who's from Wisconsin and he wants to make movies, and it's so good. I won't tell you anything else. Just watch American Movie. It's one of the best documentaries ever.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna text you or email you that I did see that. I don't know. He said something about him wanting to make
Yeah, he made
movies.
this short horror film called Coven, but he pronounces it Coven because he doesn't like that. Coven sounds like oven, and there's just like so many quotable,
already in.
insane
I'm already
things.
in.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, Mark Borchardt. That movie's great.
Okay.
But yeah.
Look at this Catch a Rising Star Barbie. That made me laugh.
Yeah, and it costs 5 installments of $17.80.
What? I didn't read the fine print of that. I feel like it's not even a good Barbie. I'm not even sure
It's
that
not
she
the
has
best Barbie.
talent.
It comes with a CD
No, it's
single.
I mean, they're definitely trying to be like she's cowgirl Barbie because of the
It's Grand
fringe,
Ole
right? And
Opry.
you're just, but that's not Catch a Rising. I
No.
mean, but Catch a Rising Star to me is anything, and like they really pigeonholed this Barbie.
They're trying to jump
Oh,
on
the
that
Grand Ole.
train of the beginning of this TV
Oh,
guide with all the country and western like model type people.
they should have just called her Country Western Barbie,
Yeah.
and you could have, upped the price.
I hate the way they describe her because it sounds like creepy. They go from the silvery lame lining of her skirt to her long, luscious red hair and rhinestone choker. I'm like, no. Who's buying this?
I hate to say this, but that's obviously written by a man.
Yeah.
And maybe an incel.
Yeah, this is gonna
because
people be paying those
someone-
$17.80 installments.
But what if it just was a really a really nice blurb, and they're like, you got to make it
Sex
better
it
and
up,
sexy,
juice it up, man.
sex it up.
No one's gonna
These
buy
kids
this.
want a sexy doll.
No one's gonna buy it for this.
I mean, oh my God, that is so. I mean, I don't know why I'm turning this ship to the left right now, but it. Do you know? Oh my God. Best the dance show that is the America's favorite dance. It's not Dancing with the Stars. America's favorite dance. Oh my God, I can't remember it.
I don't know.
The dance competition.
Okay.
And they had this old man that was one of the judges, right? So they danced, they're all amazing. And they make them do different genres, right? Like, so you could be a tap dancer having to do jazz, but they're all amazing. And this old guy used to always be like, that's a really nice costume, hitting you in the right places. I'm like, who is letting this guy still on? I
yeah.
think he definitely got somewhat Me Too'd, but I was just like,
That's the tone here.
that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like just like this, like selling a Barbie with luscious fringe. What was it?
Luscious long red hair.
fringe?
I will say this dress cut very unflattering for her. Makes her hips look terrible.
Everything about this dress is horrible.
It's really bad.
The fringe, I don't.
It looks kind of
The
Nordic.
fringe should be out.
It's sort of like a Heidi lampshade, but also the hips look like a turban, like some kind of like a genie. Like
It looks like someone said, just put some fringe on it.
now it's country.
It will make. Now it's country. Like
Yeah.
this is probably. I bet you there is a strapless dress with no sleeves and no fringe, and it's just another Barbie.
Yeah.
And we should look it up because that is what happened to this Barbie. She just got some fringe, and it looks awful. But what is the beginning of it again? You said.
The
what's
description?
the beginning of it?
Silvery
Yeah.
lame lining of her skirt to her long, luscious red hair and rhinestone choker.
Silver there.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You left out the choker. What were you? Are you trying to make
It's
me sad?
rhinestone
Don't leave
choker,
out
yeah.
this.
Which is
Rhinestone.
not the right scale for this doll either. Like it looks like this was from
Yeah.
something. Like it's definitely not. Yeah, this is cobbled
I thought
together.
it was her hair.
This is cobbled
Yeah,
together.
this is and 19. What was it? What the
5
installments
easy
were?
payments of $17.80. So it's a
And they have tax.
it's a little
on
under
that, so it's
$100
not even
bucks.
that.
And so somebody had to put this doll on layaway for 5 months. They're paying
Thanks for doing
5
the math
months.
on that, by the way.
5 months.
$100 Barbie, and this isn't even the best you got.
No.
This is the best you have for country.
As someone who used to go up and down the aisles of Toys R Us frequently, there were a lot better Barbies for less than $100.
I don't even think I got a Barbie, but I know there's better Barbies, and I feel like they're. I don't even know who they're appealing to that would pay $100 for that. Did you say you get a CD?
Yeah, you get a fake gold record CD single of a song. Barbie returns to the Grand Ole Opry as rising star Barbie to sing her smash country hit "Our Love." The latest sensation on the country music scene, she receives a gold award for her hit single, and she even comes with an actual CD you can play of her song "Our Love."
Oh We have to find out who
Yeah,
sings Our
so this
Love
poor
for real.
person singing this song, and they're just getting it released as this terrible Barbie is getting credited for it. Like,
Oh my God. I can't believe we need to find Our Love.
yeah,
That's wow. Okay.
no one's favorite song.
I'm a
I wonder, do you
yeah.
think there's anyone in America whose wedding song was Our Love
Was Our Love.
by Grand Ole Opry Barbie? Just one couple.
I'm gonna go, yeah.
Really?
There's one. I bet you
think
there's
I'm going
one.
no. I'm glass half empty on this one.
I'm going yes, and the reason is because people like some weird
True.
shit, right? And collectibles, and if there are Disney people out there, and if you're one of them, that's great. I don't care.
Not me.
But if there's Disney's people, there's definitely Barbie people, which means someone probably has that Barbie because they have all the
Yeah.
Barbies and has that song and found someone to be like that rolled over and said, "Yes, you really want this song." So I'm going to go
Okay.
yes.
All right, listeners.
They might be divorced. I'm also saying they're
Oh,
divorced.
they're 100% divorced. Like that. And you know what? I don't even think they're divorced. I think it was annulled. I don't even think it made it that far.
Okay, well, I like. See, you got to go with you. You got to take some big swings
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You gotta make a call and stick with it. My
I know what I'm getting you for Valentine's Day.
I feel like I've seen this at thrift stores. 100%.
What? Oh, that
Yeah,
doll?
I feel like it's been there.
I've seen it in garbage cans.
Yeah, because imagine if you bought that for like a little girl. It's like, we got you a Barbie. She'd be like, awesome, and then you're like, here you go, and you're like, what the hell is this garbage?
She's too clothed,
Yeah.
right? She's way too clothed, and yeah.
In
she's just
'98,
way
you
too
could buy
clothed.
like Malibu roller skating, rollerblade Barbie. I think there was probably one that
Jazzercise Barbie. She's definitely working
There's
out.
an astronaut. Like, you don't want this. No one wants this.
Yeah.
This is for
Yeah,
no one.
no. Yeah, this is. I mean, definitely, girls cut that. I think some re of configuration of that outfit was definitely made. I think they cut off the sleeves.
Yep.
They definitely cut off the fringe, and they maybe made. They could have made a skirt. I don't know, but
This is a Frankenstein
they
dress.
definitely-
This is a Frankenstein dress.
Yeah.
This is not. This is. We got 2 weeks to get this thing out there.
2 weeks.
What do we
and
got?
it has to be worth $100.
What do we got in the warehouse?
Make it work.
Well, it's kind of garbage. What do we give her a gold CD with it? Yeah, CD singles. Those sell for like $10, right?
Who sings in this office? Get back there. Yeah, auto tune.
Someone get in there. Sunday, what do you got?
Ooh, what do I got for Sunday? Hold on, I got to go back up. Okay, because Sunday. Oh, that '70s show, which we just passed the thing. That '70s show, I watched that. I watched that on reruns for sure. But more importantly, I was really into, and I couldn't tell you anything I watched about it. True Hollywood Story, because I feel like that was before it got crazy, right? Before, like, I felt like you learned something,
Yeah.
like, and I don't think I cared who it was about because they did such a good job. Again, can't tell you what they did, but I think they had a really great lead in, kind of like SVU, bump bump, you
Yeah.
know, like, and once you heard that, you were in.
Oh yeah, they did. I mean, they had such good stuff to mine. Like the big one there was always like the John Holmes murder, the Black Dahlia. Again, this is the sort of true crime stuff, sort of bubbling up into popular culture with
Right.
these sorts of things. But then they started doing like true Hollywood stories about like the cast of Mama's Family, like, but they'd have it be the same.
And nothing.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, and did nothing about it, right? Like we didn't find anything out. It was more like a PG version.
Yeah.
I think even I want to say maybe Different Strokes.
Yeah, they did a made for TV movie about the Different Strokes one, and there's a behind the scenes one, and there was a Facts of Life one I remember.
I was going to say Facts of Life too.
Where
Yeah,
it's
'cause
just
I
like,
watched that.
oh, they told the girls they were all fat. That's like basically the worst thing that happened. But they like they covered it with the
Right.
same tone as like the John Holmes murders.
Oh, that's how, because again, like they're not telling you anything and you know something happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Facts of Life. They're all young. And, you know, like you're telling me that the worst thing that happened is that they're like, you don't fit in your costume anymore.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. The intensity was like, oh, and I could kind of hear it in my head of like what that beginning music was like. And the graphics, I feel
Oh yeah,
like were really
yeah.
good.
It was like paper prints and like kind of. It was very 90s. Yeah, yeah. I watched that, and behind the music, I'd watch any band and any story. It'd be like, perfect.
Behind the Music, I was again like, and I think Behind the Music is even earlier than
Yeah.
98,
Yeah. They
right?
started in like
Yeah.
94.
So
Around the same time as like pop up video.
right. So I'm just like, this is great. I'm learning like you think you're learning stuff about the band because again, I'm not watching documentaries or anything like that. Like I have nothing to compare it
Right.
to. And I'm just like, and I think also too, if it's your band, you're just like, I need to know more about them.
People weren't
Yeah.
accessible. Like it's hard for people to understand pre-social media. Like bands and actors and people we liked and
Hmm.
things it was not easy to see
Right.
like interviews with them as themselves, or like they were just kind of inaccessible. So
And
seeing
yeah,
this stuff was like a real novelty.
I would say that's what made it good because all you have at that point is like Teen
Yeah.
Beat, Tiger Beat, all the
Favorite
beats.
color?
And yeah. And so I would just like again, you're right. I think they only had captions. There weren't necessarily stories, or I didn't read them, right? I'm just looking at pictures. I'm cutting the pictures out and just posting them everywhere
Yeah.
on my wall. I'm getting posters, but there's not a really like, there's no books out about them yet. Motley Crue didn't,
No, they weren't
do
releasing
books
that. It
yet.
was no tell-alls. Yeah, and I've since doing this show, I've befriended and had on a bunch of like kid actor and teen actors from the 80s and 90s. And it's funny
Oh.
learning about those teen magazines because they're all setups from their PR people. So there'll be a scene where it's like, we caught the cast of
Mm.
Charles in Charge at,
Oh, okay, okay.
at Knott's Berry Farm. But it's like they call you out and they're like, how about we do a photo shoot? And they do like it's all set up. Which of course it
You're
is.
telling me reality television isn't real
Yeah.
now?
Breaking news
Yeah.
here.
You know what? That
Yeah,
okay. Now I want all my money
I know.
back. I
It's
want
all a
all my
lie.
money back from okay. Well, thank you for
You're
telling me
welcome.
though.
I'm sorry you had to hear it from me.
Mhm.
That 70s show is really funny. Cannot watch it now because I think there's like 3 rapists on that show. It's really hard to
I was
watch
gonna
now.
say I wasn't even gonna I mean, like that's what I watched
Yeah, but it's
and
funny. It was
now
well written and a good like it was a good show.
also them being married, right? So he married Demi Moore and then went back to her, which I was like, is
It's
that real?
weird.
Are you telling me this could
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. And I definitely ran into them in LA. Like, I don't think I lived there at the time. Like, like, I feel like one of the things about LA is that you really do see these
Oh yeah.
stars just out at
Pumping
Whole
gas.
Foods
Yeah.
or something. And I saw the one
Yeah.
that is now in jail,
Oh
I'm
yes.
assuming. And yeah, and I think a couple others of them. Not, I don't think, Ashton Kutcher, I don't think it was him, but we were very starstruck because it was like, oh my God, they're here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
I
but
met
yeah.
Donald Pleasance at Ralph's supermarket once. I'm
You know
not
what?
Donald
Let's not even
Pleasance.
talk
Donald
about these.
Sutherland. Donald Sutherland. Sorry, not Donald Pleasance.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
that was a
one.
good
I'm
one.
like, we can talk about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
he crushed my hand inadvertent. So I had, I was
Like,
I was doing a show at UCB in Franklin, and I had burned my
hmm.
hand trying to make tea in a microwave at the Airbnb. So I was in looking for like some ointment or something. So I was in like the ointment and salves aisle, and Donald Sutherland was also in the aisle, and he's very tall, which is unusual for
Oh,
actors. And I never say
hmm.
things to like famous people. It's like horribly embarrassing. But I was like startled, and I was like, "Oh, Donald Sutherland!" And he like grabbed my burned hand to shake it, and like with like a real firm. It was so painful.
You're like,
Yeah. So he
thank
must have
you.
thought I
I'll
was like
never.
really emotional meeting him, but I was just like, it was very painful.
I think you should always go up to someone. That's my new thing. Like, I hate when I don't go up to someone, but also, I have this thing where I think I know you, and I think it's because you're my friend, and then it ends up that you're famous
Yeah,
or
they get that
something.
all
So,
the
like, I
time.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I do that, and I definitely, if I've had a couple drinks, my favorite is Joey McIntyre. I was like, Joey Mac. And my husband's like, "What? What are you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm Kathy Deitch's friend," because they did
Yeah.
Wicked
Yeah.
together, and I had a 20-minute conversation with him.
He's a
But
nice
I
dude.
do like going. Yeah, apparently, because I was just like because he couldn't believe I said Joey
Right.
Mac. I don't think anyone calls him that, but I like going up to either comics or actors and just being like, wow, I loved your work.
Oh yeah, especially if you do,
know.
like people
Yeah.
appreciate that. Side note,
Yeah.
I used to be a producer on a morning radio show up here, and they were between hosts, and so Joey McIntyre guest hosted for a week, and
Yes.
super nice guy. But we had like
Right.
middle-aged women parking out in the parking lot, like so. Me and the other guys in the show would come out with our jackets over our head and get in our car and see how long we could get people to follow us before they realized it wasn't Joey McIntyre.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they were mad.
Because Joey Mack, he aged.
Oh
well,
yeah,
too.
he was. I remember.
Some of them did.
No, they certainly didn't. Jonathan Knight had wicked bad anxieties, as he said, and quote on a behind the music. But we had this. We had these like because they were opening for Tiffany, and then by the end of the tour, Tiffany was opening for them. And in the behind the music,
Oh, I feel like I've
Yes.
heard that. That's behind
yeah,
the music, right?
Jonathan Knight's like, I couldn't get on stage because I was having wicked bad anxieties.
Wait, like when?
At that time, like they were huge, like at the height.
He can't get on
Yeah,
stage.
he couldn't do it.
But wait, he got
He
on
did
stage,
it though.
right?
I mean, I'm sure Maurice Starr
Okay, yeah.
smacked him around till he got on stage.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, but he was. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's why Behind the Music was great because they were giving you these tidbits of stuff. And like you said, we didn't have any access to
nothing.
them.
It's still
Yeah.
amazing to me
But-
that New Kids on the Block got famous because they are quintessential Boston dirtbags, and it's hilarious how popular they were all over the world.
And also, how many songs do they have? 2?
Well, I mean, Step by Step was a huge hit. You know, but Please Don't Go Girl, The Right Stuff.
I know, but I don't like that one. The Right Stuff. That's it for me. Like, do they have anything after
Tonight
that?
was a big hit. Then they had the Christmas album with This One's for the Children. I mean, that was a huge hit. It's a terrible song.
So, wait, I love that you're like, I only do TV. Now you're like full on New Kids on the Block. Like you're like, I've got all the facts.
Well, you grow up here. Like I've seen Marky Mark and the
No,
Funky
that's true.
Bunch
That's
against
true.
my will at least 4 times. Because growing up, you'd go to the mall and it'd be like, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch is playing. And you're like, oh no. Yeah.
I know you're gonna say no to this, but did you see him on The View like 3 weeks
No,
ago?
was he hammered?
No, it's worse. So my cousins from Italy came in. They love American television. Our friend Regina is the warm-up comic for The
Oh,
View.
okay.
So she gets them on. Great. I don't go, and it's Ash Wednesday,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Marky Mark comes on full.
Yeah.
I'm raised Catholic. No one has a cross that nice. It's just a
He
smudge.
does it every year.
It's wild. His forehead is this big, and
So
and you know the app. I
oh
mean,
yeah. So my favorite Marky
dirtbag.
Mark story, and I've told it on the show before, so I'll cut this out. But when I was a kid, there was a local Boston show called Ready to Go. It was like a 7 a.m. kids show on every day, and New Kids on the Block were on it all the time. Like they would have, New Edition. Like it was like very local. So 3rd grade, my friend Lisa Sullivan goes to the taping of it for her birthday with a bunch of kids from school. The guests is the TV debut of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. So he comes out, he's got like no shirt, the overalls, he's air humping. These are like 3rd graders, right? He pulls.
Wait, Marky Mark's a 3rd grader or the 3rd
3rd graders are there in the audience. Marky Mark's like
yeah.
19 or something.
Yeah.
He pulls my friend Lisa out of the audience and he goes, "Yo, you got a man?" And she's like, "Oh," and he goes, "Don't ever let a man play ya." And then puts her. So this was like legendary in my town that this happened. And people were like, that can't be how it went. And I found the episode. So this was like 4 years ago. I found it and I'm like, oh my God, it's even worse than we remembered because it is exactly what happens.
Cringe.
And
Yep, it's cringe.
It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
That girl should be famous. That your friend is famous.
When
Their friend
I
is
sent
famous.
it to her when I found it. She couldn't believe it because I'm like, he pulls a 3rd grader out of the audience. Like, don't let a man play ya.
I feel like you're doing a very good Marky Mark impression. And I'm really appreciating.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's hard not to here.
Yeah.
I used to have a bit about that where I was like, everyone here, there was like decades in Boston, there's like a big lie that scumbags will tell. So like in the 80s, it was that their uncle was a killer on Spencer for Hire. In the 90s, it was that I got in a fight with Marky Mark. Like there'd be something like, oh, my cousin got in a fight with no, I kicked Marky Mark's ass. Like that was the big one. Yeah.
I'll go with that. I'll spread that
Yeah.
rumor in 4 seconds if you want me to.
What a terrible person.
Yeah.
Where are we? Monday, what do you got?
Oh, okay. Will and Grace. I love Will and Grace so much, so much, so much. And Melrose Place. Ally McBeal I watched too, but I can't really remember much about Ally McBeal except that dancing baby. But I watched Ally McBeal the whole time. Melrose Place, hot. Loved
Yeah.
it. It's like a soap opera for
Yeah.
children. And Will and Grace.
So Will and Grace I've never seen, but I know people like
You have to
it.
start. I love
And I
it.
have friends who worked on the show and like wrote for it. And like, I just, for whatever reason, I was 18 and I was in a punk rock band. I like Will and Grace was not
You're not
yeah,
watching
was not
that.
my, I didn't watch Melrose Place either, but I didn't watch any of the Fox like soaps. Just for whatever weird
Right.
reason.
Well, I think at some point 90210 and then it went to Melrose Place.
Yeah.
They were back to back, but I guess not this year, but they were
Well,
back
there was
to
a
back at one
crossover. I
point too.
think Melrose Place was technically a spin-off because didn't Jenny, what's her name's character, left and was like lived at Melrose Place and they spun it off and then
I'm going to say absolutely not.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure at all.
could be wrong.
I didn't think any of them. I'm sorry, I'm making sure my cat is
Oh, sorry.
I don't think I don't think so. But listen, you are the expert and I am
Could all
just
be
here
in the
for the
same
ride.
universe. I mean, Fox was not the Fox hour-long shows were not my forte.
Yeah, I get
Ally
it.
McBeal was massive, but no
Massive.
one watches it now. I don't think it's streaming. It's like
Ooh.
hard to see now. It's the reason that Robert Downey Jr. has a career still. This was his comeback thing. He did the singing detective after Ally McBeal because they hired him for Ally McBeal. He was like unhireable for years. And it was
Right.
a big deal that he was on this show. And now like no one mentions Ally McBeal.
That's crazy. Wait, he had a show afterwards?
Yeah, he did the singing detective movie after.
I don't know that,
It was a
yeah.
remake of a UK miniseries, and he because
Okay.
he sings very well. Like he sings and dances.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole, it like very much showcased him, and so then
Mm-hmm.
he was starting to take him seriously again because he did that Chaplin movie where I think he directed it, where he plays Charlie Chaplin and he wrote and stars in it. And it was this massive bomb, and then he
Right.
like went way down in the substance abuse again, and then Ally McBeal was like redeeming Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. to me is always less than zero.
Every time less than 0, 100%. Yeah.
And after that, like I know he's Iron Man or whatever
It's
he
less
is.
than 0
I don't
all
even know.
day, every day.
Yeah. And that is just hard to watch.
I had Andrew
That
McCarthy
is
on the
good.
show, and we talked less than 0. And his stories about James Spader are some of my favorite things I've ever heard.
Good or bad?
Not bad, but he's a weird dude. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope he's
Andrew
weird.
McCarthy
Him and-
said he bought an answering machine in the 80s just because he didn't want to take calls from James Spader because he would ramble. So he's like, I have hundreds of cassette tapes
that's
completely
brilliant.
full with James Spader just talking. He'd fill the whole tape on his machine.
James Spader, I love his, so let's call him, he's the bad guy of the
Yeah.
80s. He's always the rich prick. Brilliant. Then he comes back and does The Office, and he's a big, awesome weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean, like and then I think I watched what was
Blacklist.
the thing he did? Yeah, but I don't know what happens, but I did watch it.
Yeah, he's got
yeah.
Christopher Walken energy without being like Christopher Walken, like that kind of weirdness. But just what a weird dude. Yeah.
This is, my husband's going to be very upset he doesn't talk to me. He's going to have to.
Well, you can put him in touch. Feel free.
Okay.
And then weirdly, oh no, David Sutherland. I thought this was a Donald Sutherland film. Disregard. Tuesday, what do you got going on?
Just Shoot Me, Spin City. I like Spin
Love
City.
Spin
I think I liked. Yeah, I mean, you had Michael J. Fox, then you had.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen replaced him.
Yep. Oh shit! Is that and that's it, right?
That's it.
And there
Yeah,
was no
Heather
other.
Locklear came on
Yeah.
when she left Melrose Place to do Spin City. when Michael J.
Oh,
Fox left.
wow.
And it was before Michael J. Fox like came out publicly that he was ill. So that's why he left the show. But it was weird. Like no one knew why he was off the show. And it was still decent because it was a great ensemble cast on that show. But the Michael J. Fox episodes are significantly
So
better,
good.
yeah.
Was this before or after
This is-
she was with Tommy Lee?
Oh, that's a good question.
Heather Locklear. Yeah, good
This
question.
is after, I think. I had Bobby
Ooh.
Brown, not Bobby Brown for New Edition, but Bobby Brown that used to date Tommy Lee on the show. And she was married to the singer from Warrant. She's in the Cherry Pie video.
Oh yes, I'm like, there's a lot of Bobby Browns.
Yeah. She was also a Miss Teen USA.
Yep, I totally know who you're talking about.
She was dating Tommy Lee, and then she was engaged to him, and then he dumped her and married Pam Anderson the next day.
That is not in that documentary.
No, it isn't.
I don't think.
No, it isn't.
No, it is not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Again, these are just. I should write all this down so I remember.
It was Heather Locklear, then Bobby Brown, then Pam Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's not a good guy.
No. And actually, that is it. It's not a mockumentary. What is that? Pam and Tommy.
Oh, the tape.
Like you really do find.
Yeah.
The tape and it's whatever. It's not a documentary. I mean, they do have.
It's a drama.
It's a
docudrama. Yeah.
Yeah, that really made you go, oh, not that they deserved what happened, but like that guy was just like, you didn't pay me.
Yeah. And Tommy Lee's
Like,
a scumbag,
now
yeah.
it sounds like it. And I feel bad for Pam just because of like, when you really look back, you're like, yeah, why did she get such...
And she seems like a very sweet person. Like everyone I've ever talked to that knows her is like, she's really nice and like a sweet, like she's kind of like a country bumpkin from Canada. Like she was in the high school band. She played alto sax. Like she's like a kind of a nerd.
Up.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, kind of, a nerd. Now she's like a drop dead, gorgeous,
makeup free icon.
Bombshell.
Yeah. So it was like a weird, it was very odd.
No, yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, we could talk about that for a long time. I mean, the whole fucking...
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, and on Tuesday, they're doing a Mr. Bill special. So Mr. Bill from SNL, the 70s SNL, the little claymation guy. Oh, no.
Yeah.
So Fox Family's doing... This is a weird night of TV. Mr. Bill and Mr. Bean. So it's Mr. Bean episodes that they're having hosted by Mr. Bill.
That is, for everyone out there, that is a human being interviewed by a claymation person.
Yes.
Yeah, this is where I'm like, again, I'm 22 and doing things, okay? I'm out in the world.
I just wish I worked at Fox Family that year so I could be like, guys, here's a pitch, Mr. Bill, Mr. Bean, and they're like, do it.
Yeah. What? Who greenlit that?
What an easy job if they're greenliting that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You like that? You're gonna love my
Misters.
You're gonna love my next invention.
It's all misters. Yeah, and then Mad About You's on, and the weirdest thing about this ad for Mad About You is they're trying to like play on the sex appeal of Helen Hunt.
What page is that?
This is on page 80. So Helen Hunt, an attractive woman, but it's like Jamie caught naked, and it's Helen Hunt in like a towel.
Oh, that's so good. Wait, what is it on?
Page 80 of the
on
PDF.
The PDF?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is when Nathan Lane had his own sitcom that only lasted half a season called Encore, where he plays like a washed up Broadway actor. It just didn't
He's so
work.
brilliant.
He's great, but the show just didn't. Yeah, they didn't do it right.
It didn't showcase him.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm stuck on the oh no, he's back.
Yes,
Mr.
it's
Bean,
right.
Mr.
It's
Bill.
right after the Mr. Bill, Mr. Bean.
Yeah, Jamie caught naked. I mean,
it's like a bad paste up too. Like it's just a bad photo. Like I don't know what they're going for with this one. It's very strange.
What is the working season premiere of those two guys?
So
right
that's
next
Fred Savage. So Working was a workplace sitcom. The first season of Working, Dana Gould was a cast member, and Arden Marine. It was the first thing Arden Marine ever did. She got this role in Working, went like right from Rhode Island to this role in Working. Season 2, they basically fired 80% of the cast, including Dana. They kept Arden and like completely reworked the show. So it's technically the same show, but it's completely different.
I've never even heard
Two
it. I thought it
seasons.
was actually working season premiere.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what
It
the
was
name
the
of it
second
was.
season
Got
of
it.
Working where they ditched everybody. Yeah, the second season doesn't work.
Yeah,
Oddly enough.
they tried.
And I think there was probably,
Yeah.
they set themselves up for TV critics to write that. Working? It isn't. Or like, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, right. Like you're like, listen, we're gonna go down in
Yeah.
flames. We're giving this
Yeah.
to you. Yeah, perfect.
And then Jag, it's the season premiere of Jag.
I didn't watch
I've
that
never
either.
seen it, but this ad says what JAG stands for.
Finally, I didn't know
I didn't
that.
know that
I knew it
either.
was something. I think I knew, but later on in life, that it was military, maybe military court, which Judge Advocate General, Jesus. Well, we learned a couple things
Yeah.
tonight,
Yeah.
Ken. They're blown out of the sky, trapped behind enemy lines.
Jag.
Tonight, their rescue missions turns into a fight for survival.
Yeah,
Jack.
that's a dad show. That's a 50-year-old
It's
dad
totally
show.
a dad
Yep.
show. That and Blue.
Oh, Blue Bloods.
Yeah, Blue
with
Bloods.
Donnie
Wow,
Wahlberg.
sorry. I'm bringing it
Yeah,
all back.
yeah.
And good
Yes,
night.
thank
Good
you
night,
very much,
everyone.
Tab. And Sue Costello, so Boston comedian Sue Costello had her own sitcom on Fox, and it premiered this
that's
Tuesday
nice.
night. So this was, it was one of the last times people got like a full-on stand-up development deal. Like in the late 90s was like
Oh, what was it? What was it called?
Costello.
Oh.
And it was like Sue Costello is a Boston, living with her mom. And it wasn't great, but it was kind of cool to see her get a sitcom.
Sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I feel like I know that person.
she does stand
I
up
feel like
still.
I might have seen.
Sue does stand up still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The saddest part is it says the
picture.
breakout personality of the new TV season.
Yeah. I mean, they really had some good writers back
Yeah.
then, Where can we find them? The breakout personality. Yeah, that picture looks familiar. Maybe I did see
Yeah,
it.
you might have. I mean, she also is dressed as 1998 as possible. Like the haircut,
Okay.
it's like baby barrettes, kind of Jennifer Aniston bob,
Okay,
sort of
okay.
70s shirt with big chunky boots. Like it's very 98.
Right. You're like, you might have seen her yesterday and she had the same
Did you used to get the
outfit on. Okay,
Delia's
great.
catalog? Because that's what everyone looked like in it.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we? Wednesday? Anything?
I just read Funny Parents, Funny Kids. See how the family sitcom.
Oh, there's
works.
also a show on 10 o'clock that night called Sex with Cindy Crawford.
I saw it. I was like, what is this?
And it says an after school special. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
This is her interviewing people. An overview of America's sexual attitudes and practices. Topics include sexual images in the media, teens and sex, keeping romance alive in a monogamous relationship, and whether attraction can have a chemical basis. Also, comments from celebrities. So this was taking her from House of Style, giving her like a news magazine show on a network, and they felt like they need to call it Sex with Cindy Crawford to like really get people to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Sorry, that was my
Oh, it's all
cat. That, I mean, right there is it's such the time of like we're so stuck in like, do we like sex or do we
Right.
not like sex on TV, and we're constantly having, and then you just throw that
Yeah.
in Sex with Cindy Crawford, because that doesn't mean anything. And that's and you're gonna watch it because you're like, well,
Yeah.
what is it?
Oh, yeah. And it's got a full page ad. It's just a picture of her, and it literally says Sex with Cindy Crawford. That's like a
so
joke.
great.
That's like a joke that you would have to like get people to pull over on the side of the road or something, like a sign that just says some stupid thing like that.
Or accident.
Jesus.
Yeah, that is a good, an after school special. Sorry, I'm like so behind you when you
It's all
talk
right.
about
But it's a
these
little,
things.
that's
This
a
is
little too
amazing.
salacious too. Like you called it Sex with Cindy Crawford and you're referencing school. Like I don't.
Also, like everyone knows it's not going to be Sex with
No,
Cindy Crawford.
you're not
So,
going to tune
you're
into
like,
ABC for some hardcore pornography with Cindy Crawford
Porn.
at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
or did they change, or did
I-
they have to start selling some ads?
So in 99, I worked at our local CBS affiliate in the mailroom taking complaint calls. And so all I can think of is like
Amazing.
the year before, the poor kid working in the mailroom at ABC, some guy calls up.
There's no sex.
I'm watching it right now.
I don't see
Nothing.
titties. I don't see anything.
I'm suing you. Which I'm positive they got those calls. Anyway, Wednesday, what do you got?
90210, come on. 90210 for sure. I'm watching the Yankee game, and I did used to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
It's great.
Also, I think at this, when I was looking through, and so much of it, it was like this TV guide especially was a lot of Dateline, and I didn't
Yeah.
watch any of that, and a lot of news shows, and there was like the Country Western Music Awards. So it was really funny that it's like uh who I felt like maybe I didn't watch as much TV, but I did watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? What year it was, I don't know.
It was on forever. And the UK one was on
Yeah,
Comedy Central all the time. And then this was the Drew Carey one, which was on all the
right.
time. They would
And the
fill
tall guy.
spots with it. So like if a show got canceled, they'd do 2 episodes of Who's On. It was like they always could
Right.
count on it. They always delivered.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting that like 90210 I would have thought, I mean, like what season is this that I'm
This would have
watching
been
it in 98?
season 9. So
Yeah.
this is post Jamie Walters. The Angels were talked to. The cast is like 35 years old.
Yeah. This is a really, like you said, the year is kind of weird too, because like you're talking about how like reality television, and I feel like this is showing it because I'm like, I can't believe this was on then. It
Yeah,
is
that it
like the
went that
ninth
late into
season
it.
of
Yeah.
it.
It seems so
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, these shows kind of went on forever.
Sure.
And then this is also the night that News Radio comes back on the air, and it's after Phil Hartman got murdered. So this is when they address it on the show, and it's like brutal. Brutal.
Is that on HBO?
No, it's on ABC. NBC,
Oh,
rather.
okay. I don't know if I watched a lot of that. I mean, I know.
It's great.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched it.
It's one of the best 90s shows that still holds up. It's really funny.
Okay.
Two of
Okay.
the worst human beings of all time are on it, with Andy Dick and Joe Rogan. But don't let that. Don't let that.
Okay. Don't let that.
Yeah.
Don't let that.
It also it also has Dave
discourage you.
Foley and Moira Turney and Stephen Root, and it's really funny. And Phil
Okay.
Hartman was great on it, and his wife murdered him over the summer. And
Right. No.
so
Yeah, I
they
know
had
that.
to deal with it on the show, and it's like this episode where they're like all mourning his character's death, and it's weird. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah. They didn't deal with it well, but
Yeah, it's like how do you, like there's a bunch of shows that dealt with those things. Like Barney Miller had a cast member die, and they did an episode as a tribute to him where they were all like talking to the camera and they were sort of in character, but not. It's like I've never seen anyone really do it. I don't know if there is a good way to do it.
I don't know where I read this, and I don't even know what television show I'm talking about. But they were talking about how they couldn't kill him off, and they just. I know this answer. It might have been Somebody Somewhere.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
it
yeah.
is. It's Somebody Somewhere, and it's someone in the first season. And I only know because I read Jeff Hiller's
Mm-hmm.
book, and I can't remember who the character is right now, but that person actually did die, and they just didn't.
He just went away.
Whoever
Yeah.
wrote it was like, yeah. They talked about him like he was still on the
Yeah.
show,
Yeah,
and I was
maybe
like,
that is
so
the
I think
best way
that
to do it. But then you get something
maybe that's the
on Cheers, like Coach died and they replaced him with Woody and they addressed it on the show, or like Night Court had 2 different bailiffs die and they addressed it on the show. It was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, not talking about it is great, and I didn't know he died until I read the book. So like I never
Just
knew.
do it in the Northeast Catholic way of no one talks about it and it's fine.
Exactly.
We all know.
We fixed television.
Just
Duh.
ignore it.
He went up to the
Yeah.
farm.
What? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Thursday night, what are you doing?
Friends.
It's Ross's wedding.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that, and I was like, I mean, that's brilliant when he says her name. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant. It. Like I mean, I don't know if you watch Friends.
I remember
It's
that
always
episode,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, it's always on, and you're like when I watch it now, I'm like, it's so much funnier. Some of the stuff like Joey and Phoebe are just amazing. It's them.
Yeah.
It's that. So, but that episode I do love. I mean, you're just in. You want Ross and Rachel to be together. It doesn't matter. So now they just strung you along again, and you're like, yes, I'm in. I also watched Frasier. I loved Frasier. I watched that on late night too, like
Oh yeah, that'd be
reruns.
on like
even
10
though
and 10:30 on like some UHF station.
Yep. But I also was watching the Emmy Award fashion review because that's Joan
Yes.
Rivers.
And Melissa. This
Yeah.
is when she got Melissa that
And
gig.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would watch that because that's the best way to see fashion.
Yeah.
And also she's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Just
So
super mean Joan Rivers talking about fashion is fun to
yeah,
watch.
amazing.
And then final night of the week, Friday night. What are you doing?
I feel like that one was really hard. I didn't really, again, I think it's a lot of datelines and stuff
Yeah.
like that, if I was correct. But I put down like a movie. I've got Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with Beetlejuice. I watched the show
So good.
Buddy Pharaoh, which was,
Oh,
this was the debut of this show. It didn't last long. It starred Dennis Farina, who I will watch in anything, who's super funny. And this was a couple years after that swing revival when people were into the Rat Pack and stuff in the 90s, if you recall. So the premise of this was Dennis Farina was this like 60s Rat Pack type guy, but he was old now and a loser. And he's a PI. It was really funny. It took place in Vegas, with this guy who was really cool in the 60s, but it's 1998 and like everyone's like, you old loser. And he's really funny.
I love
it's
it.
a funny show. And it just didn't click for whatever reason. Frank Wally was in it, who's really great. Had him on the show.
Look
I
at
know,
you.
I don't know how it happened. But it was just, I think it was ahead of its time. I feel like it just wasn't a good network show. Like it was too weird.
Oh, interesting.
It's just,
Because when you describe it, you're like, it's a hat and a hat and another hat on
Yeah.
top of that. And you're like saying it's good. I think people just started tuning out. Like,
yeah,
like it can't be good. Like Breaking Bad. I had no idea what it was about. The title sounds
Yeah.
bad. I think I thought it was about bands
Yeah.
and breaking I don't
it's
know.
not a good
It was,
name. Yeah.
yeah. And like Blackish is a bad name. I didn't know, and that's something I was like, this sounds really bad, and I think that is another great, funny 30-minute half
Yeah.
hour show.
It's you
Comedy.
generally go wrong when your show is the name of the title character because it doesn't tell anyone anything,
Oh,
right?
anything.
Like I'm like, Buddy
Yeah.
Pharaoh, what the hell is that?
Right.
tell me anything.
Or even Jags is bad. Like you're like, what is that?
It doesn't work. But that's a show. I think it was only like 13 episodes, and I've rewatched them since, and it's very good. It's just like
Tell me the name again.
Buddy
Tell me the
Pharaoh.
name. Oh,
Yeah, with
right.
Dennis Farina.
You
I mean,
just said
Dennis
it.
Farina is just amazing and everything. And as is Frank Wells.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So that is anything else on Friday?
I didn't have anything else for Friday. And again, I think it really was like, what? Because even HBO, I was like,
Yeah.
did I see those things later? And most of it I didn't recognize. And again, this is a weird week of like a lot of, I don't want to say news shows, but
There's a lot of news
like-
like magazine shows. They were really pushing it at this time. I don't know why. I think they were competing with the 24-hour news network. So like Fox News had launched in 97, as had MSNBC. So I think they were like really trying to compete with that. And so let's do like a 60 minutes every night.
Right. And I'm just like, like I would say I got into politics or like news really like later,
no one
right?
wants
I'm
to
like,
watch that.
again, I'm 20. Yeah. Now I'm like, I get it. It happened later, but then I wasn't watching like, I'm not watching the O'Reilly Factor.
Okay.
I'm not watching Mr. Bill. X-Files I didn't watch. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I watched the Yankee game. The Yankee game happened. But other than that, I was like, oh, I watched the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
I definitely watched. Yeah, Wonder Years I had watched. I couldn't even tell you again. The one there's like again Party of Five and all that one.
It all bleeds together.
They all bleeds together. Larry King. I didn't watch that until like later in life. I don't know what this Millennium thing
Millennium was a sort of sister show to X-Files. It was on for 2 seasons. It was actually very good. It starred Lance Hendrickson, and he played. He was like a guy that worked for this shady group called the Millennium Group that was like a private non-government entity group, and you didn't know if they were like good or bad, but he was like a guy that would hunt serial killers for them and like did like private detective work. And then as it turned out, this group was actually like these sort of rich people who were like trying to bring in the apocalypse. Like it was like this conspiracy.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
I love that you know this. I mean, beyond that, I'm like, I could just pick anything out. I'm like, do you know what Nash Bridges? I know
Johnson.
what Nash Bridges is, but yeah, I'm like, but I didn't watch
It's
that
bad.
either. That's the thing. I didn't watch
Yeah, I
Nash
didn't miss
Bridges.
anything
Yeah, I
there.
mean, I can't even say it right. Nash
Nash
Bridge.
Bridges.
Nash
Yeah.
Bridges is very
Yeah, it
hard.
does have
Buddy Farrell. There it
an
is.
odd cadence to
Yeah,
it.
Nash
Is there
Bridges.
anything that you have like that you missed out on growing up that you like went back and tried to rewatch that like a hole you tried to fill?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't. Oh, I mean, again, I feel like I should have picked one that was from my childhood because, like, I loved, like, I watched
Oh yeah.
Fame.
Well, that would
Like
make
that.
sense.
Um, yeah. I actually thought the school was real, and then I moved here and they're like LaGuardia. I'm like, what? It's the Fame school. I don't know. That is a great question. I was thinking, like, you said, like, anything. I catch so many things on rerun now that like, I love The
Yeah,
Nanny, like stuff like that. Like, I did watch it. I did watch soap operas, and that's bad, and I sometimes
that's
still
a
do,
whole
but
other
you know,
world. That's a
it
yeah.
is General Hospital. Oh, I actually weaned myself off, but if I need to take a nap, I'll put
I
it
when
on.
I worked at the TV station, we used to have to watch TV all day because people would call,
Oh,
and so
that's
we had
right.
to watch the soaps all day. So it was really interesting because they structure those in a way that you watch it for 2 days and you're hooked into the story because that they're like brilliant at that.
Yes,
So yeah,
because they're never gonna. It's not gonna be resolved even in
yeah.
the week.
So I was like, I don't know, 19, and I'm like, but will Ridge and Thorn get over the love triangle with the, it's like this total thing. You're like completely into it right away. Like it just gets you. I'm like, they're good at it. They're just that good.
Yeah, and I just want to let you know my husband did just walk in, but he's going to be very
Oh, no
quiet
problem. Well,
or
we're
go in the
done. We
kitchen. Yeah,
finished the week. That's everything.
we're done. We
Yeah.
did it. We did. We
We
finished
did
the
it. We
week.
made $10 million with 15 or 16 podcast spinoffs.
15, yes, at least
Yeah.
four, maybe, but I feel like those four have some
Yeah.
legs. And then, but wait, you were saying that so they knew what they were, obviously they knew what they were
Oh,
doing
yeah.
when the soap operas, but they were really good at it. I mean, as a watcher, I would not say they were good at it. I guess I did watch it though, and that's what you would say. That's why they're good
Hooking
at it.
people
But
they're
it
good
annoyed
at.
the hell out
Yeah.
of me.
But
Yeah, hooking people,
I
I
mean, it
guess.
is weird. Like you watch it and you're like, that every single scene ends on a dramatic note and a zoom into a person's face and then another person's face. Like that's how you end every scene. Yeah.
Yeah, you're sounds like Special
Yeah.
Victims
Oh
Unit.
yeah. They're like,
Now,
they
now,
got a pattern.
yeah,
It's like Mad Libs. You just fill it in and you know it's
yeah.
going to work.
We call it stare. Like they would end on a
Yeah.
lick.
Yeah. Look at this like, dun, dun, dun,
Very
dun.
and way too
Yeah.
long. Very too. It's way too long. The last what is it? 20 seasons now. So I'd say the last 10 we call it looks. It's
You're like, guys, we'll give you some extra time so you can cut to the commercial. We didn't think you'd use all of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Like ad lib
Yeah.
something, and they're like,
Are they going to say cut? Are they going to say it?
keep staring at me. Now you're gonna watch it and really like notice it. It's so bad. I mean, almost not only just the stars of the show are doing it. It's like the guest stars are. It's
They get
it's
a
nuts.
style.
Anyway,
It's a house style. That's
yeah,
what people expect.
yeah.
They tune in.
Right, right, exactly.
Thank you so much for
Okay.
doing this. It's been great talking to you. I'm so glad that you had a chance to sit down and do this.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. And yeah, it was great talking. I was very nervous. I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I was like, I don't know. I picked the wrong episode. I
There's no
picked the
wrong
wrong
TV
TV
guides.
guide, but that's true. That's true. Thank you for having me. I super appreciate it.
Here you go. That's Joanna. Her new comedy special, Hot 50. I got a little louder on that one. Is available on YouTube. There's a link in the show description, or you can also just Google Joanna Ross Hot 50 and it'll come up. But if you're lazy, I'll help you. Or you can email me, tvguidance@gmail.com, ken@icanread.com. Go to the Patreon. You could come see me Friday night with Christian Finnegan and ask me there. And I would tell you the same thing I just told you now, but maybe it'll sink in. Maybe you'll listen if I'm standing there. On to June, everybody. Next month, my birthday month. One of the few months in the year I tend to maybe enjoy bits and pieces of. So it's like June and October. Those are, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't want to curse us. But I'll be here next week, so I hope you will too, for a brand new edition of TV Guidance Counselor.
I'm sorry, I'm burping.